Do not worry.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you from the heart of Lebanon in the 09, in the middle of a heat wave. It's so hot. I have my AC blasting at full capacity. I think I got to get that thing fixed or add some, like, gas to it, as they say here. It's blasting. It's, like, aimed right at me. Lowest temperature. I got it going on, like, super fast. It is so hot. Like, I'm melting here. There's a heat wave in like Europe. There's a heat wave in the States. There's a heat wave everywhere. Global warming is eating us alive, folks. It is so hot. So if you see me like fanning towards myself or something, like it's just hot. It's hot. Okay, I try to wear like the most comfortable. It's the big white shirt, you know, trying to avoid the heat. It's insane. And I live like right by the sea, so I live like down. I don't live up in the mountains where you at least get some cold air or something. There's no cold here. There's no cool air. It's just what do you call it? It's very hot and it's very humid. There's a lot of humidity, insane amount of humidity. Like you step outside, you're covered in sweat instantly. It's disgusting. It's horrible. It's horrible. So trying my best to not think about it. Hopefully I'll stop thinking about it. But then as the stream goes, it gets hotter and hotter. But it's almost 6 p.m. here. The sun should start subsiding. I mean, sunset's at around 7 or something, but it's crazy. Sugar says it's 68 degrees here and I'm chilled. I ain't chilled at all here. Everyone in chat, hello, Julie. Finally catching a live. Welcome, Julie. Miles Murphy, Cork Biscuit Maker. Elliot Yuruzun. Domesticated Honeybee, 1205. And especially thank you for being a member, Domesticated Honeybee. And Briarly, thank you for being a member. Dr. Sahiba, thank you for being a member. Yellow Bentines, thank you for being a member. Jesse Jean Short, we appreciate our lovely members. And everyone else, of course, Pokeray, Sugar. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Welcome to this stream. We're going to be talking about, we have a few topics to talk about. Mainly, you know what we're talking about. Ethan Klein lying about dropping the lawsuit against iDubbbz. Apparently, there's some kind of settlement agreement. He wants more. He wants more than simply that apology that iDubbbz graciously filmed and uploaded to YouTube. Apparently, that wasn't enough for Ethan. He wants more. So instead of simply dropping the lawsuit, now, I'm not going to lie, I got confused as hell by the whole thing. And I even had to resort to asking ChatGPT some questions. And I copy-pasted all those answers. If you guys are interested, I'll show you what I asked, essentially. I don't use ChatGPT. Don't come at me. But like, I literally was so confused. I was so lost. And it was such a niche question. Like, what happens in I was trying to find out, like, what happens in a defamation suit in Canada? What's the process? Like, I couldn't find answers anywhere, honestly. So I had to resort to ChatGPT. I don't even know if it's accurate. That's why we're just going to explore it together as an extra thing. Don't worry. I'm not the guy who just canceled himself for using ChatGPT for his videos. I never use ChatGPT for research or anything like that. What's a guy called Hank Green or something? Got caught using ChatGPT. Now he's like, I'm addicted to ChatGPT. I'm addicted to I get to LLMs. I get a high. What is fucking? I get high serotonin boosts when I talk to chat. I'm like, relax, dude. Fucking relax. God, it's so hot. It's so hot. Before we get going, we're also going to talk about Ariana Grande. I don't like to talk about people's physical appearance. I don't like to comment on people's weight. But in this case, the internet has rallied together in saying that, like, this is not okay. She looks way too unhealthy. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be said. And I honestly tend to agree with the internet. I'm siding with the internet. I'm siding with the people that are concerned for Ariana Grande. Not that I listen to her music or anything like that, but, like, it's concerning. And she's a role model to so many young girls. You can't be walking around like that, pretending it's normal. You can't. It's very unhealthy, mainly for her health. Something horrible can happen to her. So we're kind of going to talk about that and the complications of like talking about someone's weight in public. Like, who the fuck am I to comment on this person's weight? But Pokeray asks, you should have contacted Legal. These people don't talk to me. These people aren't going to listen to me. They're not going to answer me. They're too big. But before we get into any of those topics, also some stuff about Lebanon, some weird Jimothy news, like a concerning tweet that I saw about Jimothy. But anyways, before we get going, let me just take a second to Sugar says, we're literally watching a woman die and I'm sick of having to tiptoe around it. ED, cancer, whatever it is. Exactly. No, it looks fucked up. It looks fucked up. Yeah, whether it is an eating disorder or it's just like, please take care of yourself and stop shaming fans or people for being like, hey, this doesn't seem all right. Like, this does, you can't, like, you know, cancel me, I guess, for saying, hey, like, she looks unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to talk about that. Quickly, before we get going, I just want to take a second to thank our lovely channel members without whom this show cannot be possible. Our channel members and our patrons. Channel members, lovely channel members, such as everyone who's in chat, like Yellow Bentines, Jesse Jean Short, Domesticated Honeybee. Thank you guys so much. Dr. Sahiba Briarleaf. You guys are awesome. And some other members, like Good Old Fashioned, who's been a member for 2 months. SS Kidsy, Slop Loma, Soy Killjoy, Lisa 3957, Bravos 1x70, Shayna 9078, K-Mac 9160, Bay Barra, Dynamite NXC. Thank you so much, Dynamite. Kiki Kikado, Weird Laboratory, and who's that? Maria Zimmerman, Cireo, Sierro. Thank you guys so much for being members. We appreciate you. We love you. Members get exclusive content, such as exclusive live streams once a week. Typically, you'll be getting one this week. And sometimes I'll do some live streams that I'll then private and make exclusive for members. So if you miss it, they'll always be accessible for members. Members can get those. So do enjoy that. For example, James and I did some gaming for Better Left Unsaid last Sunday. Privated it. It's only accessible for members. So members, if you want to watch me and James play some video games, Kill the Spire, what was it called? Forgot the name of that game. What's the name of that game? It was a fun game. It was like a card game. We played it together. Let me just see. I forgot the name. Slay the Spire 2. Slay the Spire. It's a fun fucking game, honestly. I'm excited to play it again. Mustafa Jav 9302 sends a $2 super chat. Thanks so much, Mustafa. That's so kind. And yeah, you guys can also support the channel via super chats. It's always I'm always very thankful. Like, you guys are fucking awesome. Mustafa, thank you so much. Says, Lebanon comes to me in my dreams. Mustafa, I live here and it comes to me in my dreams as well. Lebanon comes to me in my dreams. By the way, guys, I re-upped my honey, my special expensive honey. This was the old jar. Look at that. Mustafa, thank you for the honey money. Thank you for the honey money. So old jar, look at that. A few spoonfuls left. Re-upped that precious honey. $50 a jar, folks. Natural, delicious Lebanese honey. Let's go. Von Got Rosewater says, between normal people can't afford a console anymore or to buy a computer or start a business because of these companies manipulating the entire economy around these LLMs. Play driving our work. Von Gut says that's what's using it. By the way, I do have a video that I'm dying to react to. It's from Mr. Who's the Boss, who talks about how AI is completely destroying the gaming industry. And I plan on doing a second live stream tonight, probably on Tino's Playroom, which is why I would like you all to subscribe to Tino's Playroom, my second channel. And I'm just debating what second stream to do tonight. Either react, and I already have the thumbnails ready for him, either reacting to Mr. Who's the Boss's video about the gaming industry crashing because of AI and the demands of AI, and there's no more RAM, etc., etc. Or I start bringing together my clone army tonight. So one of those two things. I'm probably going to do the Mr. Who's the Boss video, and I can maybe start building my clone army early tomorrow during the day on Tino's Playroom. But I really do want to talk about AI, RAM, and what is happening to gaming. I'm so lucky, Vaughn, got on that. Like, the fact that you brought that up is so crazy. I'm so lucky I bought my PC a year ago before this RAM problem started existing. So I paid like around like $1,800 for my full thing with the screens and everything, all the accessories. That same PC would have now cost me at least double or something today. My PlayStation 5, I bought it like 4 years ago. I bought it for $500. It's now $700 in Lebanon. That's crazy. Systems usually go down in price. Consoles go down in price every year. They don't go up in price. You don't pay $500 for your console in like 2022 and then pay $700 for it 4 years later. That's insane. So I'm dying to talk about what's happening to gaming. So I'm going to be doing a second live stream tonight, most likely on Tino's Playroom. So make sure to subscribe to Tino's Playroom. I do a lot of Lego builds, video game playing. I'm going to get back to Dark Souls 2 to beat that. I've been told I have around 15 to 20 hours left to beat that game, hopefully. So that's going to be happening. I might also be gaming at like random times during the day, which is going to be very early for you guys in the States or in Europe. But I need to finish that game. So that's going to happen. So tonight, make sure to subscribe to that channel. So there's a lot of Lego gaming, some movie stuff as well. I know I've been reviewing movies on this channel as well. I'm trying to figure it out and mix it up, okay? But Tino's Playroom is mainly going to be for Lego and gaming. But definitely subscribe to that channel. Also, if you guys think that I should talk about AI and gaming on this channel, let me know. Yellow says, I got a laptop in the nick of time. I know I should have bought a new laptop this trip before waiting. It's all so fucked because I need a new laptop. It's insane. It's insane. I'm going to start a poll. Let me see. Which second stream do you prefer? AI is killing gaming industry or building my clone army. Start poll. Plus my hair with the weather, I can't. My hair looks terrible. Whatever. Aesthetic Kiri, hello. Sugar says, work is a pain. I'm here in spirit, but I'm already behind. It's okay. So focus on your work, guys. This live stream ain't going anywhere. Also, other than subscribing to Tino's Playroom, which, come on, we need one or two more subs. We get to 1.38. Come on. Did anybody subscribe? No, nobody did. Anyways, okay. Also, not only do I want to thank our lovely members, but also our patrons. Karine sent me Morning Glory Milking Farm. The video, it's an hour long. I tried uploading it to Patreon right before going live. I was at 30% upload. It's taking a while, so I can't upload something that massive and live stream because I'm using my data basically to stream and to upload. So couldn't do it. So if I have time tonight after the stream or tomorrow morning, straight up uploading it. So all of our patrons, you will get access to Fantasy Board Review Episode 2. Karine is going to be discussing and breaking down Morning Glory Milking Farm. It is over an hour long. It is over here just to show you guys, just to prove to you. It's here. This is the video. Look at that.
She made one more pass with the lube, confident she could begin stroking him with no discomfort. Time to get to work before he gets impatient. Thinking of the training video, she tightened her grip. The bull was in a hurry after all. She knew how to give a hand job.
There you go. More of that. There's an hour of this. There's an hour and 20 minutes of this that is going to be uploaded to Patreon probably tomorrow morning. It's here. I don't want to watch more of this footage because it's disturbing. You know, Karine is technically an employee of mine. I don't want to be hearing anybody talking about this stuff. So this is going to be uploaded to Patreon tomorrow. Okay, you see Jesse G in the Morning Glory eel pit is real. It's not an eel pit. It is a real thing. It is happening. And let me thank some of our patrons, such as superhero patrons like Legal and Lipstick, Ezekiel B, A Rose for You, Khaulan Ahmad, Bader, Muhammad Amru. Thank you so much. Blonde patrons like Bertram Balk, Riz, Matthew Bax, Bomb Venusaur, Dopamax, Mad Gear 6. And abductee patrons like Villamina, DG, Joseph Ramirez, Polish Busher, Rizala Safi, Kung Fu Brisk, and Sharam Khan. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Again, patrons, you're getting that exclusive Morning Glory Milking Farm video. It's all yours. If you guys want it, it's all levels of patrons can get it. So make sure to subscribe to Patreon and you will be getting that hour-long video tomorrow. I might drop a little teaser, a little 20 minutes or something for the members, but I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's fair. But it's happening, folks. It's happening. Okay, with all of that stuff down. Again, thank you to our members. Thank you to our patrons. But remember, you don't have to be a member. You don't have to be a patron. You don't have to send in a super chat. You don't have to gift memberships to support the channel. Simply like the video, like the stream, hop into the live chat, say hello. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment, and we will appreciate you forever. Okay. We got a lot of little random, because I haven't been streaming very consistently since I've been back, so I have a lot of like little random one-off tweets, one-off little topics that I want to talk about before we jump into the bigger stuff. So the H3 stuff is going to be towards the end of the stream, so at around hour 2 and a half, however long these things take. First, this is probably the weirdest tweet ever seen. It's AI slop, so I do apologize for that. Mario Lopez, who used to be like, you know, in a bunch of sitcoms and stuff, kind of a douche now, kind of a right-wing douche, dropped this AI generated video on his Twitter. about his niece. So this is his niece. He says, I can't take my niece anywhere. Now, I don't know what possessed them to A, make this video, then B, release it. It is so messed up. It is so, like, weirdly sexualized, and it's about his niece. Like, what the fuck is going on here? So I just wanted to, I had to see this. Now you have to see it too. It says, I can't take my niece anywhere.
I can't take her anywhere. Oh my God, look at you!
It's so good!
You're a mess, the mustard!
What the fuck is wrong with Mario Lopez? Like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Why does she have 2 massive hot dogs?
Can't take her anywhere.
Oh my God, dude. It's like the amount of, like, she barely, what's, look at that pickle relish. Look at how the pickle relish looks. And that hot dog, dude, it's this, dude, AI food looks just so fucking gross. But like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, look at you!
And she's got, look, she's got 2 more hot dogs on her lap. Like, what the fuck is going on here, man?
Good!
You're a mess, the mustard!
Yeah, Poke's right. It says, why would you do this to anyone? Why would you do this? Why would you do this to anyone? Let alone your own family, let alone your own niece. Why would you create content like this and generate your niece doing this and posting it online, man, for the world to see? Like, what is this? Do you hate your niece? Does he hate his, like, brother or sister? Like, whoever, you know, whichever sibling of his has this kid. Does he, like, hate them or something?
I can't take her anywhere. Oh my God, look at you!
Oh, the guy said the same thing here. Oh, fuck AI, man. It's so fucking horrible. And when she, like, the shit she spits out, like, she's spitting out more than she actually bit. She took 2 tiny bites, barely any pickle relish or mustard in those bites. But when she spits it out, it's like she ate a whole fucking dog. Look at that, dude.
Take her anywhere.
Barely any relish in that bite, but then look.
Oh.
It's like she chewed 7 broccolis, man.
Oh my God, look at you!
It's so good!
Bacon and eggs, we're done. I swear we're done. Yeah, Julie says if that niece is real, her parents need to keep her far away from him. That is messed up. Like, that should be criminal.
You're a mess, the mustard!
Okay, we're done playing. We're done. Ugh. So yeah, that was fucking cursed. And look, it's got 6.4 million views. North Star Radio straight to jail. Oh my God, dude, that's so good. I'm like, delete this ASAP, man. Everybody's, I've never seen anything like this, dude. And it's gone so viral, like, he just fucking ruined his niece's life, man. This is so disgusting. Nasty shit, dude. Second, this is a weird fucking tweet that I saw. This is such a weird, should I go? I'm just gonna move the camera real quick. It is so hot. It is so, my back's like all sweaty, bro. Bubba Trunk says, thanks. 2 girls, 1 cup vibe. It's just disturbing. It's disturbing. William Chen, this is the most, like, ass-licky, just pathetic tweet I've ever seen in my life. This man got in a car crash because of Tesla's self-driving function. Almost died because it just fucking ran onto the sidewalk and, like, hit a pole. And he's still kissing Elon's ass. He's like, I still love E, and he tags, I still love Elon. I'll always support Elon, but, like, can I help make it better? It's like, dude, this guy just almost killed your fucking life. So just look at the photos first of all. That's how his car looked after it automatically got onto a sidewalk and hit a light pole. That's the guy. His name is William Chen. That's what he looks like. You know, almost broke his neck. That's the footage. Trigger warning. That's his car. That's the, you know, the rear camera. Boom. Just got on. Look at that. Just got onto the sidewalk. Boom. Isn't that crazy? And here's the front cam. So I guess it was trying to evade that truck. And it just kept going to the sidewalk. And boom. Hit a light pole. Lamppost. And, like, yeah. Destroyed the guy's car. Almost killed him. You'd think he's like, you know what? I'm never buying a Tesla again. Or fuck you, Elon Musk. You've almost killed me. Or I'm suing Tesla. What the fuck is this technology or whatever? Here's what he actually said. Life update. It's been kind of hard the past 2 weeks. I've been trying to live normally, but honestly, it's still hard. Been in and out of hospitals, figuring out surgery, keeps getting delayed, trying to work, hard to focus and sleep, travel for conferences, run touchdown. Was supposed to start fundraising 2 weeks ago. I'm very lucky to be alive. I was worried I was going to go blind in my left eye. Almost went blind. Holy shit. You must be pretty angry, right? I was a passenger and FSD was on. So FSD means... what does FSD actually... I know it's self-driving. What does the F stand for? Full self-driving. So full self-driving. Ain't that full now, is it, buddy? Okay, so I was a passenger and I had full self-driving on. So it's honestly just made me really curious. How does perception actually work? How does the car identify and classify objects? Is all the interference done on the vehicle? Is all the inference done on the vehicle? I'm always support tags Elon Musk, and I'll always have tremendous respect for everyone at Tesla and Tesla AI pushing the boundaries of engineering to help humanity. Motherfucker, they almost killed you. Why are you tagging them and kissing their ass? What is up with this? Why are you glazing them? I'll always support Elon Musk, and I'll always have tremendous respect for everyone at Tesla. Imagine I just crash out. I'm driving a Toyota. I crash, almost die, no fault of my own. The car advertised itself as being able to do a self-parking. You know, it parks itself. I'm like, okay, cool. I press the self-park button, and as it's about to park, it just drives into a ditch and almost kills me. Imagine my first tweet coming out of that is like, first of all, the founder of Toyota, sir, you are tremendous. I will always love you. And to the good people at Toyota, I will always have tremendous respect for you and your hard work. I do not blame any of this on you. You know, it's like, why? Do you own stock like Tesla? Like what? I think that's the only explanation. Is he a stock owner? Is he like, you know, does he own stock? I'm always support Elon Musk, and I'll always have tremendous respect for everyone at Tesla and Tesla AI pushing the boundaries of engineering to help humanity. Help humanity run into a pole. Engineering is extremely hard, and no matter how hard you try, you can't get all edge cases. But I genuinely wanted to understand the engineering challenges behind FSD and autonomous driving. Is there anyone at Tesla AI or Tesla I can talk to go through this? I want to see how I can help make autonomous driving safer. So FSD caused this crash, and you're still praising FSD? What is going on here? So it says, what praise? Making the point to make self-driving safer and more reliable. Best wishes for the recovery. What happened? FSD crashed the car. FSD was on. Not sure what happened. That's why I'm curious. I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear what happened, man. FSD was on, and kind of like, you know, instead of just passing the car that was in your way, it just tried to kill a person on the sidewalk. You know? Tried to kill a good old regular American citizen. Haley D, hello, how's it going? Slop Loma, how's it going? Welcome. Brady says it's the social climber, proximity to power, mindset, brain rot. It's just pathetic. It's just insanely pathetic. And yeah, I can't, like, I've just never seen anything like this. William Chen. What does this guy do? Trying to manufacture inference. So is that what he works? I don't know, man. He's into technology. He's a tech guy, but like, it's just pathetic. Few understand where SpaceX is headed. He's still, look, he's kissing ass to, he's still quote tweeting Elon Musk. Bro's in his deathbed and he's still quote tweeting Elon Musk. Look at this. This was 2 days ago. This was yesterday, man. Look at the rockets that SpaceX makes versus the competition. Look at this. We're so cool. Crazy, dude. Anyways, this is a disease. This be a disease. Okay, another fun little story. Burger King employee was pretty woke. And the Zionists are trying to get her fired. We got Dahlia Kurtz, Jew, grandchild of Holocaust survivors, journalist, speaker, author of Dear Zionists, You Are Not Alone. Oh, so this lady wrote a book called Dear Zionists, You Are Not Alone. Beautiful. So she tags Burger King. And this post says, hey, Burger King. Rami Feinstein was just ordering food for his family. One of your employees, Ariana, asks him where he's from. He says Israel. She responds, Free Palestine. So Burger King, are you safe for Jews? Because Ariana harassing Jews doesn't give that vibe. And she put on the full address of the fucking restaurant, dude. What a fucking piece of shit. What a
Palestine.
snitch.
I'm here.
Let's see. Let's watch the video. I mean, if you say you're from Israel, if someone says free Palestine, what's so wrong with that? There's nothing against Jews in that statement.
I'm here at Burger King, and an employee in Burger King just said free Palestine to me. Ariana, what did you say to me? What did you say to me, Ariana? What did... Okay, okay, Ariana. Because I was just ordering food for my family, this woman looks at me and she...
Yeah, please keep feeding your Israeli family more fast food. I urge you, keep feeding your family more fast food. Get them all the Whoppers. Get them all the chicken royales with cheese. Get all of that shit. Feed your family. Make sure that they grow up on a diet of nothing but Burger King. And let's see what happens, you know? So please, yes, that is something I want you to keep doing. Keep shoving this fast food down your young children's throats, please. So do that. That's already a good step you're doing, Mr. Israeli.
She says, where are you from? I said, I'm from Israel. And then she says, free Palestine. And I said, what does that have to do with anything?
It has to do with you being from Israel. And her not wanting to serve you your fucking fries, man.
We came here to order food, but she insisted, free Palestine. What, say it again. Free Palestine. I got you, Ariana, here at Burger King. No problem. So back in the car right now, obviously very upset, but we asked for a refund.
I mean, not that upset. You're making his kids are still in the back seat, dude. Like the Burger King, he hasn't even digested. Well, not that he can, you know, digest the Burger King, but like he's you know the Whopper meat is still here. The Whopper meat is still here. He's got some of those nuggets in his tummy. You know, maybe do they still make chicken fries at Burger King? You know, the kids in the back of the car. He's already making. He's like, I got to make content out of this. I got to be a victim. Let's go. Another crime against an Israeli.
And we left the place, leaving me with the question, Burger King, are you a safe place for Jews right now?
Jew is not equal to Israeli, man. Maybe it's not safe for Israelis. Nowhere in the world should be safe for Israelis. And Minecraft. Not safe as in like they're in danger, but like no one should be welcoming Israelis with open arms in their establishment, I think. You know what I mean? It should honestly, that's the only way we can win. That's the only way. But I don't even think they have shame. Like, Israelis will be proud to be banned from it. Oh, look at us. We are banned from everywhere because we are the righteous, chosen people of God. It's like, just shut the fuck up.
I'm here at Burger King, and an employee in Burger King just said free Palestine.
I can't believe that the word free Palestine is now considered like harassment. You told me free Palestine? What do you mean by free Palestine? It means free Palestine. Like, yeah, let the rest of the Palestinians share the country with you. Let them come back to their country. Free them from the river to the sea. They don't need to be. You don't need to put all Palestinians in Gaza and, you know, keep attacking them in the West Bank. Just free Palestine, man. Why does that upset you? Why does the term free Palestine upset you? She didn't say fuck Israel. She didn't insult the Jews. She didn't say anything. She's like, where are you from? You said Israel? Oh, cool. Free Palestine, motherfucker. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
To me. Ariana, what did you say to me? What did you say to me, Ariana? What did... Okay.
Dude, she's such a badass. Dude, okay, if Burger King makes the error of firing Ariana, somebody's gotta snatch her up. Somebody's gotta scoop her and put her in their place of business. Like, that's it. This lady's gotta find a job. This person just put her morals ahead of her minimum wage paying job. She's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. I'm willing to get caught. He's asking me on camera. I don't care. I'm going to stand on business. I'm going to stand by my principles and tell this fucker who can honestly very easily get her fired. Burger King isn't looking to get into the Palestine-Israel debate. Burger King is just happy to be in the news, by the way. Ain't nobody talking about Burger King. You know what I mean? Of all the fast food places, you know, Burger King doesn't get a lot of traction anymore. Everybody's talking about McDonald's, you know. It's mainly McDonald's. Like Wendy's, people still like Wendy's, right? People like Chick-fil-A, people like Popeyes. No one fucks with Burger King. So Burger King should be happy for the free advertisement, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is making me want a Whopper. This is making me want a chicken royale with cheese, something. Like, just to support Ariana. You know? But if she does get fired, somebody's got to scoop her. Somebody's got to fire her because Burger King's like, just listen, we just want to make our shitty Whoppers. We just want to make our shitty burgers. And we want to avoid any controversy. Okay, if that means getting most of our money from Israelis, then fuck it, we'll do it. You know? Who knows? If they fire Ariana, it might lead to a boost in business from Israelis, you know, so Burger King might become the safe haven for all Israelis. It'll become the Israeli fast food joint of choice. But what a lady. What a look at that. She's like, yeah, I don't give a shit.
Okay, Ariana, because I was...
And look, her manager is like, please don't say anything, please, you'll get us in trouble with corporate.
Okay, Ariana.
Dude, her boss is so terrified. It's like, please stay out of it.
What did you say to me, Ariana? What did...
She's like, don't say anything, please, no. We can't be on camera saying this. Marina, hello.
Okay.
Look, Shaitan says chicken royale is good. Look, guys, I've been shitting on Burger King. I haven't had Burger King in a while, but the chicken royale was always my go-to. The spicy chicken royale with cheese, that shit was fucking delicious. That shit was good. But like, no one goes to Burger King. Like, it's no one's first choice for fast food. Like, if you're in the States and you're gonna get fast food, like, shit, dude, I'm gonna go for like either Popeyes or Chick-fil-A or like something. I'm not gonna go for Burger King. You know, there's nothing at Burger King that is like superior to anything else. Like, if I want a good chicken sandwich, Wendy's had the better one. The best chicken sandwich is obviously at, I would say, Chick-fil-A. Popeyes, I know, made their own chicken sandwich. I think the Chick-fil-A one is still kind of goated. But like, I'm a Chick-fil-A kind of guy. Also, I don't even fuck with fast food anymore. Fast food is extremely unhealthy. Obviously, we know what it is. Maybe like an occasional guilty pleasure, but like, if I'm gonna indulge in some fast food, I'm either gonna get Chick-fil-A or, to be honest with you, like Five Guys. It's a little bit more expensive, obviously, but like, fast food isn't cheap anymore. It's not even fast anymore, and it doesn't taste very good. So it's like, if I'm gonna pay almost as much as I'm gonna pay at an actual restaurant for an actual burger, just give me the fucking real burger at this point. McDonald's made sense when it was like the dollar menu, and you're like, okay, I'm eating plastic, but like, at least it's costing me $1 and I'm waiting 2 minutes to get my food. Now they're making you wait like 10 minutes at some fast food places, and it costs like $15 for a meal or something. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. I'll pay the extra $5 and I'll get a delicious burger from Five Guys, fresh, never frozen, or just some fucking Chick-fil-A or some Popeyes. Just none of this stuff. It makes no sense.
Okay, Ariana, because I was just ordering food for my family, this woman looks at me and she says, where are you from? I said, I'm from Israel. And then she says, Free Palestine. And I said, what does that have to do with anything? We came here to order food.
Yeah. Here's a side of Free Palestine with that Whopper, motherfucker. You want a Whopper, you get a side of Free Palestine with a bitch.
But she insisted, Free Palestine. Wait, say it again. I got you, Ariana, here at Burger King. No problem. So back in the car right now, obviously very upset, but we asked for a refund and we left the place, leaving me with the question, Burger King, are you a safe...
Haley says, yeah, food for my family. I am here at this fine establishment of McDonald's to feed my family. I'm here to feed all of my children. Okay, my Zionist boys need to eat. Okay, Yitzi and Jacob in the back are asking me, Papa, where is my Whopper? Sorry, I'm switching from McDonald's to Burger King, you know, but like, my family, I must feed them healthy food. I only feed my 2 boys a Whopper Junior 5 times a week. They demand I must give. I do not want to make upset. I do not want to make sad. Okay. I am the cousin of Ila Klein, by the way.
Place for Jews right now.
Let's wait and see how Burger King responds. If Burger King fires Ariana, we're boycotting Burger King again. It's already boycotted because of the war and the genocide. We're double boycotting Burger King. If Burger King does not fire Ariana, I'm ordering a chicken royale with cheese, a spicy chicken royale with cheese on stream tomorrow night. Let's go. Let's go. Far Twain says, Anthony, do you really think that's all he said? Or do you think he was like, well, what do you think about Israel? What do you think about October 7th? Why don't you love the Jewish homeland? Oh, I'm sure he was asking a bunch of other questions. But like, even if the interaction, that is true, by the way. Yeah, why are we taking this man for, like, why are we taking his word for it? Now I'm sure Burger King is going to have cameras and they can review the situation and whatever. So maybe we'll find out more if this story picks up and if we get some kind of an update. But yeah, he could have totally been the... Maybe she was wearing some kind of Free Palestine pin, although I don't think they would let her... Like, I doubt Burger King would let an employee wear anything political at their place of business, right? So, but she might have seen him. Maybe he made some obnoxious fucking comments. Maybe he was harassing the staff. We have no idea. But yeah, maybe he was like, do you believe... What do you think about all the rapes on October 7th? What do you think about the beheaded babies? He could have said a million fucking horrible things, you know? Yeah, Jason Knight says they will fire her. I do think they're going to fire her. I do think they will. I do think she's going to get fired, most likely. So we're going to have. I'm sad to say. I hope we don't have the an update to the story tomorrow. It's like, guys, Ariana got fired. But if Ariana gets fired, folks, we're going to work together to find her a job. We will start a GoFundMe for Ariana. Artful says BK is BDS in Finland. Yeah, it's BDS. I think everywhere technically. So we ain't fucking with no Burger King. Chris did get me this Burger King Mandalorian cup, but he bought it for me as a gift. So I didn't have to buy any Burger King to get this cup. Look at this mug. Look at this mug. Sarah Maunder says this dude has an American accent, though. He's just a Yank cosplaying. Most likely. Most likely. But anyways, Ariana, we salute you. Yatik Afye. That's some badass shit right there. You know? We got some videos of Marco Rubio.
To the average American, you see Cuba, small
dumbass fucking statements. Like, who falls for this shit? Now they're trying to paint Cuba as your next villain. Like, what? Secretary Rubio, to the average American, you see Cuba, a small country 90 miles off our shore, 9.5 million people population. But people forget that when it comes to things like espionage and influence operations, they actually are an influence and espionage superpower. Motherfucker, they don't even have... You cut the fuck... They don't even have access to gas anymore. They barely have, like, power. There was a motherfucking vlogger that was walking around Cuba a couple months ago. We reacted to his video. He was passing around, like, cat food. And you had people so fucking hungry and so starved. They're like, ooh, can we eat that cat food? Can I eat the cat food? I was like, motherfucker, stop passing around cat food. I don't think Cuba is actually an espionage superpower. But, like, I just want to listen to this. What?
To the average American, you see Cuba, small country, 90 miles off our shores, 9.5 million people population. What people forget that when it comes to things like espionage and influence operations, they actually are an influence and espionage superpower. If you look at the history of espionage in the United States, Cuba is the only country that consistently has implanted and embedded spies in our system without even paying them. We had an ambassador, a U.S. ambassador, who ended up being a Cuban spy and was recently convicted. We've had them penetrate the highest levels of the Defense Intelligence Agency. Ana Belén Montes was one of the single biggest.
Is this 2001? Is this 25 years ago? He's talking about someone that got arrested 25 years ago? Hey, Americans, you got to start getting ready to bomb Cuba. Cuba's a big threat, huh? Get ready for Cuba.
Intelligence failures on the part of the United States and one of the biggest penetrations we've ever had in our system. So, and then on the influence front, if you look all throughout Latin America, every communist left-wing insurgency that's destabilized governments across the region, every single one of them over the last 40, 50 years has found its support, its help, in many cases its birth from a Cuban influence operation. So it was an important report just to highlight the role they play in our country, a very negative role. To the average American.
Oh my god, dude. Did I add that to the list? I saw a tweet being like, Qatar is the next enemy of the United States. It's like, oh my god, they're already starting. They've already chosen their next target.
You see Cuba, small.
Jesse says, only we're allowed to destabilize governments. Yeah, exactly. By the way, look, every country spies. Every single country has a spy somewhere trying to get some kind of information off of someone. But the Cubans, as like and I'm not trying to make fun of Cubans or belittle Cubans, but like their country, like, again, there's priorities. When your country can barely afford gas, power, food, there's rampant poverty going about, mainly because of U.S. blockades and etc. Like, come on, man, come on. Like, you genuinely, like, it's like saying Yemen is a massive threat to American democracy. Like, Yemen, one of the poorest countries, if not the poorest country in the world. Sure, they have the Houthis, but like, what? Like, come on, man. Like, stop. People aren't idiots. Who the fuck is falling for this? Cuba is an espionage superpower and an influence, and their influence is extremely, detrimental in the area. And look at this. So from now on, even if you criticize Israel, no visa to America. Again, we kind of knew this. If you're trying to get a visa to the States, they're also like the requirements now are like insane. They want to look at your social media history and your email history and like everything. It's fucking insane. But look at this. Even criticizing Israel on like Facebook is gonna get you blacklisted.
Under President Trump, the United States will stand with the Jewish people. We have implemented a vigorous new visa policy that will prevent foreign nationals from coming to the United States to foment hatred against our Jewish community. We are holding international organizations and nations accountable for rhetoric against Israel that resurfaces in the manifesto of monsters, like Iran and Sarah's killer.
Manifesto of monsters. First of all, again, conflating Israel and just Jewish people in general. Any anything that hurts Jewish people, like he talks about, we're going to protect Jewish people, and then he's like, if you criticize Israel, if you criticize Saudi Arabia, are you an enemy of Islam? Like, what is this crazy fucking stupidity? If someone says, hey, I don't like Saudi Arabia, does that mean they hate Muslims? If someone says, I don't like Israel, does that mean they hate Jews? What the fuck kind of logic is that? Stop associating an entire religion with a country. Now, if you're going to tell me, well, Anthony, the majority of Jewish people support Israel or whatever, that's a point for another time. Yes, maybe the majority of Jews are Zionists or some kind of a Zionist, low-level liberal Zionist, whatever it is. A little bit of Zionism in there. Hey, okay, but that's not the. You can change them. You can change them. But to be like, if you insult the Jews, you're insulting. It's like, what?
Under President Trump, the United States will stand with the Jewish people. We have implemented a vigorous new visa policy that will prevent foreign nationals from coming to the United States to foment hatred against our Jewish community. We are holding international organizations and
hatred against our Jewish community. Okay, what's that got to do with Israelis?
Nations accountable for rhetoric against Israel that resurfaces in the manifesto.
Yeah, there we go. Rhetoric against Israel. Like, at this point, if they keep going, like, they are going to create this equivalency between Jewish people and Israel. At this rate, if 1 or 2 more years of this fucking rhetoric, we must protect the Jews, we must protect Israel, Jews, Israel, Jews, Israel, Jews, Israel, Jews, Israel. 2 more years of this, though, you're gonna fucking make everyone an anti-Semite around the world. That's your goal? Is that your goal, man? Because, like, fuck. You know? And, like, I'm seeing a lot more of these arguments that, well, yeah, well, I mean, most Jews do kind of agree with Israel, so it's like, that's not what you want people to fucking say, man.
Of monsters, like Iran and Sarah's killer. But we do see an eventual light at the end of this long tunnel of suffering. One can imagine a Middle East in which the Abraham Accords eventually reign. So thank you for the opportunity to address you.
This guy's never going to be president, by the way. People are saying that Trump wants Rubio to be the next in line. Rubio's a fucking clown, man. He's got zero juice. Zero juice. Remember the last time he tried to run? It's an embarrassment. So anyways, yes, if you criticize Israel on social media, folks, you're not getting a visa to go to the U.S. Oh, boo-hoo. No Uniqlo for you. You're not going to get to go to the Cheesecake Factory, guys. Yeah, this is so random. This is like the most random thing today, but fuck it, let's look at it. This girl's jaw surgery transformation is, I told you guys, the first few topics, it's just some random tweets I've seen here and there because I haven't streamed in like a couple of days. So there's just a lot of random shit. But look, this is fucking impressive, man. This girl's jaw surgery transformation is going viral. The procedure was performed by Azerbaijan-based, first of all. To our Armenian brothers and sisters, I'm sorry that we're going to have to compliment this Azerbaijani doctor or whatever. Okay, fuck Azerbaijan. Let's go, Armenia. Inch beses. The procedure was performed by Azerbaijan-based oral and maxillofacial surgeon Dr. Narmin Gurbanova. This is fucking crazy, though. Bam, like, goddamn, what did you do? What kind of sorcery is this? How can you even do this without, like goddamn, like, shouldn't... I don't know much about, like, underbites. Is it, like, a slow process? Like, kind of like when you have a big overbite and you have to wear, like, a headgear and it, like, slowly pushes your teeth back or something? Or they just, like, break this woman's jaw, essentially, and, like, just fucking push the whole thing back? But from this to this, holy shit. And look, and I'm not trying to shame the way she looked before, but, like, I mean, you know, it's not ideal. Probably caused her a lot of trouble in her life. Problems eating or, like, jaw pain. I can imagine, like, tons of issues coming from this. So, like, I'm not judging just from what it looks like. I'm sure she was the fact that she went and did the surgery means she was unhappy with how it looked, how it felt, etc. So all power to her. But goddamn, like, look at this. What a difference this must have made in her life. What a massive fucking difference, bro. Like, holy shit, this is fucking impressive. But I'm guessing they just broke the jaw. I'm guessing they just, like, broke her jaw and just, like, moved the whole thing back or something. I have no idea how this works. But, like, goddamn, that's impressive. And I had to wear headgear, folks. I wore a headgear. I wore braces for a long time. I luckily only had to wear the headgear while I slept. Like, I never had to wear it around in school or something. That shit was fucking intense, dude. It was like this massive piece of, just one thing of metal, like one bar, curved bar, and had like a rubber band, like a big band, just pushing it in like this. Shit fucking sucked. Like, even for sleeping, like, how did I sleep on my side? Was crazy. But I did end up wearing braces for like 2 years or something, the whole thing. And then with they would put the little elastic bands to like tighten the braces and make them like push against each other. What a nightmare. And then I had to wear a retainer for a while. You know, I've gone through the whole thing. I've suffered from my teeth. Jesse says, yes, you got a lot of jaw pain with over or under bites. Dr. Sahiba says, most probably they cut out a part of the jaw. Philosophem says, came for H3 hating, got everything I don't care about. Philo, yeah, the H3 hate is coming later. You can tune out and tune back in a while. We go through a lot of other little topics before we get to H3, you know? It's called a show. It's called putting on a show. So, you know, be patient. It's coming. You're not interested in jaw surgeries? You're not interested in underbite surgeries? Come on. Well, look at this. But it's the first ever comment I get from Philosophem, so very sweet first comment that I see of yours. Very nice. Anyways, that was it for that. Philosophem, this one's for you. This next one. Look, Charlize Theron, folks. We got a lot of these little random ones. Charlize Theron reveals that every room in the house she grew up in South Africa had steel doors because of the violence, as the country was on the brink of civil war. She says, we had gone to see a movie and my dad had taken the key to the side door, not even the front door, the front steel door. Okay, she talks about nonsensical violence. That's what I want to talk about, essentially.
We had gone to see a movie and my dad had taken the key to the front. Sad, not even the front door, the front step. We had gone to see a movie and my dad had taken the key to the front. Sad, not even the front door, the front steel door. Every room in our house had a steel door. So if you got into the front door, the kitchen had a steel door that you had to unlock. Because that's the kind of violence that we were living in. Nonsensical violence, like violence that you couldn't reason with.
So again, she's from South Africa. As you guys know, an apartheid historically for a long time. So the fact that there's violence, the fact that there were people that were revolting against an apartheid state, an apartheid government, people were fighting for equality. There was a bit of violence. It's nonsensical. It doesn't make sense. Why am I, a white person that's colonized this country, why are they coming after us? It's so nonsensical. It made no sense. Look, all this violence as we're walking around our mansion. We had 2 doors. Oh, you have 2 doors. That's pretty nice. 2 doors for every room. And you don't understand why there's violence while most other people were treated as slaves in their own country? You don't understand why there was violence? Nonsensical violence? Really? It's not justified?
The kind of violence that we were living in. Nonsensical violence, like violence that you couldn't reason with. It just, I mean, our country was on the brink of civil war. It was like, it was frightening. But we had gone to see a movie and my dad had taken the key to the front. Sad, not even the front door, the front steel door. Every room in our house had a steel door. So if you got into the front door, the kitchen.
God damn it. All these colonizers are the same, aren't they? They're all the fucking same.
Had a steel door that you had to unlock. Because that's the kind of violence that we were living in. Nonsensical violence, like violence that you couldn't reason with. It just, I mean, our country was on the brink of civil war. It was like, it was frightening.
Why was it on the brink of civil war? What was happening? What was happening to the locals? Who was doing it to them? No? I mean, I maybe she gives more context in the, you know, full clip or something, but like, this is, what the fuck? It's called the Interview Podcast. What a shitty name. Wait, Charlize Theron reveals the traumatic and horrific night her mother shot and killed her abusive father in self-defense while protecting both of them. What? Her mom killed her own dad? Okay, that's crazy. Little Shaitan says, I can't feel bad for the white South Africans. Sorry, yeah, I don't give a shit. Honestly. Oh, we had to hide. We had metal doors to hide from the angry blacks. What the fuck? Okay, she didn't say that. Okay, we're almost moving into some of the main topics. We've got a lot of Boy George updates, but first, just quick little update. I reviewed Spider-Man a couple days ago. Just completely forgot to mention the Insomniac game, the PS4 and PS5 games. Huge influence. So by the way, Spider-Man just crushed it at the box office. It is open to $927 million worldwide in its opening weekend. It is the second biggest opening weekend, like global, of all time. Avengers Endgame made $1.2 billion in 3 days, which was nuts. Now, Spider-Man, brand new day, just Spider-Man with just a couple of other little heroes with him. 927 million. It's at 355 million domestically in the US and Canada. It's just $2 million behind Avengers Endgame. Once the final numbers are released today, it might actually end up beating Avengers Endgame, which is nuts. Like, Avengers Endgame had 10 years of buildup. Every single hero in the Marvel Universe, like, it makes sense for it to have such a massive weekend and global opening. Spider-Man, brand new days. It's like another Spider-Man movie. Like, yes, it's coming after the extremely popular No Way Home, where Tobey and Andrew made appearances, but, like, I never would have thought that it would come close to making what Avengers fucking Endgame made in its opening weekend. And 927, like, we've been talking about how much money the Odyssey has made. The Odyssey has made $900 million after 3 weekends. 3 weekends to make $900 million worldwide. Spider-Man made that in 3 days. Let me repeat that. Spider-Man in 3 days has made more money, a little bit more money, than what the Odyssey has made in 3 weekends. 3 weeks almost. So these are insane numbers. These are insane fucking numbers, just to say that. Insane numbers. Again, I would highly recommend you guys go watch it. It's a super fun movie. I had a great time with it. As a Spider-Man fan, it finally reminded me of the Tobey Maguire movies, a bit of the Andrew Garfield movies. None of that Iron Boy / Iron Man Jr. bullshit. The movie actually has some cinematography. They color graded the movie. Who would have thought that Marvel can color grade movies? It looks great, but I forgot to mention, go back and watch my review, by the way. It was a fun little video. But I forgot to mention in that review, and it's been killing me, the Insomniac games. I love those PlayStation Spider-Man games, specifically the Insomniac games, Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2. The way they captured, like, the vibe of New York City, this game totally does it. And the way, like, I forget the name, Peter's always on the phone with this police detective. They're always talking. She's always like a voice in his head. They're on the phone. They kind of recreate that in the movie. There's a cop character that he talks to, just like in the video games. There's a little Spidey tracker, just like in the video games. Anytime he interacts with someone in New York, it felt like when because what's fun about playing the Spider-Man games on PlayStation is that you get to be Spider-Man. You get to you get your fans like wave hello at you while you swing by the city, etc. You get to see these people. You get to interact with the people of New York. And the movie had a lot of that interaction, a lot of that vibe. So it felt like essentially like Spider-Man 2 starring Tobey Maguire, mixed in with a little bit of Amazing Spider-Man 2 starring Andrew Garfield, mixed in with a lot of Insomniac Spider-Man game. Like the games even had an influence on like how Spider-Man moved, some of his fight moves, etc. So I can't believe I forgot to mention that, but it was pretty badass. It was a really good thing, but tons of money. I'm shocked at this money. Like Spider-Man movies always did great at the movies. You know, Spider-Man 1 starring Tobey Maguire was actually the first ever movie to make over $100 million in its opening weekend. It made $114 million. It was the first movie to ever cross 100 million in 3 days. And look at that, 25 years later, it's now making Endgame money. And it's just Spider-Man on his own. Like, that's fucking crazy. I'm just curious how much it's going to make weekend 2 and weekend 3. Like, how high can it go? And by the way, it's getting some IMAX theaters. So starting August 7th, I think, you can actually go watch Spider-Man in an IMAX theater. If it comes out IMAX here, I might go watch it a second time and try to catch like the IMAX screening here, because that movie is definitely worth checking out in an IMAX. Tiago Menezes says, I've never seen a Spider-Man movie. What? That's crazy. It's interesting. That's impressive. Little Shaitan says, and Zendaya and Tom Holland are in both of them. I'm getting tired of seeing their faces and everything. True, you know, people can get overexposed, but I think just as Spider-Man, like now they can take a break, like especially after Odyssey and this, but like this is, don't miss out on this just because of Tom Holland. I would say it's by far the best of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, like by far. Again, hour 2 of No Way Home is fun because of Tobey and Andrew, but the rest of that movie is hot garbage. This is an actually cohesive film with actual cinematography, actual practical effects. There's still a lot of CGI, of course, but whatever they could get Spider-Man in costume doing shit in camera, they did it. And I thought that was a lot of fun. But anyways, tons of money. And I just wanted to mention the Insomniac games. Go play them if you haven't. They're super fun. And they had a massive influence on that movie. Okay, moving on. A couple more things. We're at almost an hour in. Sorry, we lost power. You cut off my AC. I'm dying here. Okay, it's back. We're back. By the way, I'm considering. I think I need to do a. I've been wanting to do a members stream, not a member stream. God, what do you call it? A subathon. My plan was to do a subathon months ago. Then Lebanon was at war. We ended up doing a fundraiser stream instead of a subathon, and I've never actually gotten the chance to do like a subathon, like a 20-hour, 12-hour, extremely long live stream with like some fun challenges and stuff. So I think I need to plan a subathon maybe for this month, maybe towards the end of August. That'll give me the whole month to kind of plan what to do, or beginning of September, essentially. But we got to do subathon. Fartwain says the story in Spider-Man 2 game was so disappointing. I like the story in Spider-Man 2. I know people don't like them. For some reason, I love the Venom stuff. I thought it was dope. I thought it was super fun. I disagree with you there. I thought it was great. I liked it. Okay, so we're just gonna talk about. There's been a lot of Hasan Piker hate coming around from everybody. Apparently, there's a whole CNN documentary, a whole CNN report about like Hasan Piker and like the insurgent left. I couldn't find it on YouTube to watch, but I do have a long form video of Hasan reacting to it, so maybe we'll watch that some other time. But Hasan Piker reacts to CNN commentator saying he abuses his dog on camera, and like CNN is going hard after Hasan. Like, but these are all Democrats, by the way. Everyone we're going to see today is the Democrat, like, you know, Republicans going after Hasan. Nothing new there. Hasan Pecker. Now they have Hasan Puker. All sorts of weird nicknames that they had for him. Now it's the Democratic National Committee, the DNC, is going hard against Hasan. Okay, wait, my screen got disconnected. Sorry, guys. One moment. What the fuck is happening? The power keeps coming on and off. Hey. One moment. Let me see. Okay. We back. You know what, guys? 1 second. 1 second. I would like for no one to judge me right now. Don't judge me, everybody, okay? Don't judge me. So we got people in chat, chat, being like, we're about to roll. Listen, guys, I can't, you know, we're live streaming here. I'm about to smoke a cigarette. I have not smoked a cigarette in a while, but it's so fucking hot here, and I just need something to get my mind off of this heat. So for some reason, it's a small cigarette. It's a small Marlboro blue type of cigarette. The pack is blue. I don't know what the fuck it means. We're going to smoke a cigarette while talking about this Hasan hate. Okay, these Democrats hating on Hasan. So let's just quickly light this together. Look at that. Already feeling cooler. Not literally cooler with like the heat, but like, you know, cool. Like a French artiste smoking a cigarette. I am cool and artistic. Okay. So let's see what CNN has to say about Hasan abusing his dog, huh?
Carville and Piker is very interesting to me.
Bubba Trunk says, bro, get a Medouar. Dude, I used to smoke Medouar when I was in college, dude. God, a Medouar hit as soon as you get out of bed, as soon as you wake up, take a Medouar hit, you just sink right back into that fucking pillow. I know, Doha. I know, game. Good job, Bubba. Are you Arab, Bubba Trunk? Because only Arabs know Medouar.
Carville and Piker is very interesting to me. Carville's a guy who's won, I don't know, hundreds of political campaigns in America over 30 years, 40 years. Hasan Piker is an influencer who abuses his dog on camera. And he's very popular with a certain fringe bunch of people out there, but he doesn't care if the Democratic Party succeeds. He wins if the Democratic Party loses, and he wins if Democratic Socialists win. His interest who abuses his dog on camera. And he's very popular with a certain fringe bunch of people out there, but he doesn't care if the Democratic Party succeeds.
I'm assuming
he wins at the
Bubba says, yeah, Dubai. Oh, you're an Arab in Dubai. Okay. Crazy motherfucker.
Democratic Party.
Stay safe over there, man. Shit.
He loses and he wins.
Look, Hasan's taking the shit in stride. Like, he's just laughing it off. Like, I'll be honest. I'll stand by this today. I don't think Hasan ever did a very good job at like addressing the rumors of what was happening. He kind of like took too long to discuss what had happened with Kai. So like, not that it mattered, right? No matter what he said or did, people were gonna stick with the dog abuser thing. But like, he also jokes about it all the time now, right? Like, he has a shock like sound effect, or be like, 1 second, I'm gonna shock. Like, he's trying to like be in on the joke, but it's like, I don't think it's working, you know? The whole thing was just it was a clusterfuck. I fucking hate that whole story, man.
If Democratic Socialists win, his interests are not aligned with winning in purple states, in swing states, and the
nasty.
like. And that's
now
the
they're
problem
doing
with the
defamation.
DSA, and a lot of DSA leaders admit as much.
Yeah, I think that what you're seeing here
That's
is
crazy.
that voters want.
And of course, Hasan would never. Hasan is like too sweet to like sue any of these fucking people. Hasan has more of a right to sue like half of the internet, I would say, for like actual defamation and saying actually horrible things about him and his family. Yeah, the guy is never fucking. I think he threatened to sue the more Pegasus guy, right? He like scared him or something. He just like was like, I'll sue you, but like he never actually did. He's too nice to fucking sue people, man.
It's something that most mainstream media has not touched because they know it's defamation. It's actually kind of wild that they're in such a panic state that they're now moving on to like Fox shit that Fox News won't even do. Like, Fox News won't even cover that. Fox News won't even say that because they know it's defamation. That is unbelievable. Fox News won't even say shit that Fox News won't even do.
Wait, Fox News doesn't mention Kaya? I highly doubt that. Okay, so you got this. They throw this little jab. You got Haley Stevens, who apparently here refuses to say his name. This is from Clipping Wings, friend of the show.
That post got some strong reactions, both positive and negative. Do you still stand by all of what you said?
Well, look,
dude, how does
that post got some?
How does Al Sharpton still have a show? He's the slowest talking. Al Sharpton's like, and now we are going to talk to Haley Stevens from Michigan. It's like, dude, you couldn't find someone with a slightly quicker, like, you know, pace when he talks. Like, he's so old. You feel like he's gonna collapse every time he's hosting one of those shows. And now, Haley Stevens, who's running against Abdul El Sayed, is here on the show. Like, what? Bubba Trunk just became a member? Holy shit, Bubba Trunk. Yatik al-afia. Thank you, brother. All the way from Dubai. Thank you.
Strong reactions, both.
Making a big difference here, helping, supporting the channel. Yatik al-afia. Thank you, thank you. Let me move my... What is this? What am I moving here? Sorry. There's so much shit that I'm clicking. Okay, there we go.
Positive and negative. Do you still stand by all of what you said?
Well, look, I absolutely stand by what I'm hearing from Michiganders, that they need a senator who's going to lower their costs, stand up for their jobs, and push back on these abuses of power. And, you know, you're right that my opponent has campaigned on a lot of anger. You know, he has, you know, campaigned with, you know, some interesting out-of-state people, this blogger, you know, who's been very provocative and controversial. I have done
this blogger who's been provocative. Okay, first of all, anger running, and I've said this before. Maybe some people don't like it when I say it, but like, you have every right to be angry at a genocide. You have every right to be furious and angry. Now, does anger and being angry and yelling at people, does that help make a difference? Sometimes no, but like, don't let anyone be like, he's so angry. Yeah, we're angry about a fucking genocide. We're angry at watching children get butchered, legless children, armless children, decapitated children. Yes, I am angry. I will fucking scream and yell and break my fucking computer screen. Maybe not the actual PC, just the screen, not the PC, because RAM's too expensive nowadays. But like, to try and be like, they're so angry. Yes, we have every right to be fucking angry. If you're not angry at a genocide, you're fucking sick in the head. If you are not disgusted by what's happening, by what the US is funding and allowing to happen, you are fucking sick in the head. I don't trust you as a human being. I don't want to be your friend I don't want to associate with you if you are not furious about the genocide. That to me is righteous anger. It is righteous fury. It is righteousness in general. Not so, hating Israel is the greatest thing you can do. If you want to be my friend, be like, hey, I fucking hate Israel. I'll be like, fuck yeah, dude. Let's fucking go. Let's go grab a burger. Let's go grab a burger. Sarah says, what's up? Do not worry. What's up with you, Sarah? How's it going, Sarah? So, yeah, he's running with anger. He's campaigning on some anger, and he's tapping into people's anger because people are sick of funding genocides. People want to have health care. People want to have affordable groceries. People want to be able to afford a $400 emergency. People want to know that if they lose their job, they're not going to be homeless in a month. People want to know that their roads are being fixed, that their bridges are being fixed. And forget all of that. They just don't want to murder people with their fucking tax money. People don't want to see dead children on their phones anymore from any country. But who has all the dead kids? Palestine, Lebanon, Yemen. It's all Arab countries. You know what I mean? They only talk about Israelis. Well, October the 7th. Oh shit, October the 7th was bad. Yeah, what about every other? What about October the 6th, the 5th, 8th, 9th, 10th in Gaza? Stop with this bullshit. Anger is great. Anger can be fantastic. And anger is more than justified. More than justified. Like, holy shit. You know? You have to be angry. Because if you're angry, but as long as you use that anger, as long as you use that anger to mobilize, as long as you use that anger to, if you're just going to sit there angry and curse and break shit, then yeah, I still respect your anger, but try to wield that anger to get results, whether it's in elections, whether it's in a revolution, whether it's in protesting, whether it's in raising funds. Use that anger, use that energy. But being angry is fucking noble when it comes to a genocide. You know what I'm saying? It is fucking noble. You have to be angry. You have to be angry and use that anger. Wield it like a weapon.
Something different than Abdul. I have one. You know, I haven't hid my tax returns. I haven't placed all blame on a single country. You know, I am doing what the people of Michigan are telling me they need from their next U.S. senator.
And that's why I took $30 million or $46 million from AIPAC, because I care about Michigan and Michiganders. Yeah, really? Really? You fucking freak? You Zionist fucking freak? And then we have Carville. What was his first name? James Carville? This fucking mummy? This guy's still alive, dude? Carville says, I'm not going to be in the same party with Hasan Piker. If he becomes a force in the Democratic Party, I'm out of here. We're not going to be in the same party. One of us is going to leave. Let's listen. Let's see. Is my impression good?
So where should Democrats draw the line on this stuff?
Whatever Scott Galloway says, I'll believe it. I think that he's one of the smartest, most cogent, brilliant analysts there is. And I'm not sure what to understand what Nadim is doing, but to talk about the larger Democratic Party post the election in Michigan going forward, I am not going to be in the same party with Hasan Piker. I can tell you that right now.
Hasan Piker. I'm not going to be in the same party as Hasan Piker.
If he becomes a force in the Democratic Party, I'm out of here. I have no intention of ever being in the same political party with that guy. Now, I think you guys are already Republicans, you motherfuckers. We know. Thank you for saying it out loud. We know that Republicans, that Democrats are essentially Republicans at this point. So if you refuse to be with a guy who wants healthcare for all, you know, Medicare for all, and to ban weapons funds, and who's against funding Israeli weapons, then yeah, of course you're not going to be a Democrat, bro. That a overwhelming majority of Democrats agree with me. But this idea that we're going to seize the means of production and just go. All this commie talk. Doesn't he abuse? I heard he abuses his dog on stream. Hasan Piker. Look at the DSA platform. You don't have to look any further than that. And, you know, Jackie, it may be that the two parties. Donna is asking, why is he wearing sunglasses indoors? He probably tripped and, like, fell, broke his hip, and, like, hit his eye. He's so old. You know, it's sad, you know? I feel like I've had old relatives. Chris sends a $2 dono. Chris, yeah, hello, Sala says, الشارع على بيت شمال بتسوى أكتر منا. أكتر من مين? The Haley Stevens? You talking about Haley? Talk about that Haley Stevens? system is just going to be under tremendous stress here in the coming months. I mean, you see it in with Tucker and Martin Taylor Greene, and on the Republican side, you see it going on right now. And I can't sit here and tell you for certain how this is going to turn out. But the one thing I can tell you for certain, Hasan Piker and James Carville are not going to be in the same political party. One of us is going to leave. It might even be me.
It's good, motherfucker. You're going to die. Like, you're going to leave by default. You're going to leave by default, my guy. So, I don't think anyone's worried about that. But there is, yeah, stream still seems to be working. Sarah's asking, where's my surprise gift? Sarah, I've announced your gift on the, your gift is going to be on Tino's Playroom, Sarah. And it's not like a physical gift. It's more of a role, Sarah. You are going to be. You are the VP of content on Tino's Playroom, Sarah. Isn't that fantastic? So yeah, like James Carville, like you're leaving life. You're not just leaving the Democratic Party. You're going to like leave the earth, man. You're you know what I'm saying? You're fucking. How long you got? How old is James Carville, man? He's 81 years old. So I mean, TikTok, man, TikTok. Hasan Piker. I ain't gonna be in the same party as Hasan Piker. Okay, some updates about Boy George. We talked about, and we listened to, sadly, Boy George's song. What was it? You call it genocide. I call it war. That's what the army is for. Israelis shall dance again. And he's been fucking crashing out ever since. So here we go. Look at that. Boy George has dropped out of a London production of Jesus Christ Superstar just days after releasing the controversial pro-Israel song We Will Dance Again, created with the help of AI. By the way, I didn't get a copyrighted for that shit, so it's definitely like AI. He hasn't even like registered it or something. Let's try to listen to the first few seconds again. There it is. But since when does Boy George do reggae? Like, all I know is I know two of Boy George's songs, Karma Chameleon, which was a masterpiece. I used to love that fucking song. Now I can't listen to it anymore. And do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Precious kisses, words that burn me. Lovers never ask you why. And if you, why do you know the song? There was a movie called Without a Paddle that I used to like. And for some reason, they sang that song a bunch in that movie. If anybody in chat has watched Without a Paddle, shout out. You drop a paddle in chat. Do you really? But Karma Chameleon, like, what a fucking song, dude. That shit was so fucking fun. You come and go. You come and go.
You say genocide. I say war. When you're attacked, it's what the army's for. Does it get ugly?
Oh my god, dude. Oh my lord. So anyways, I just want to check, there was like, everybody's like, Mark Levin, Boy George, right? Doesn't that fucking dumbass also have like a tweet? Isn't there a guy called Mark Levin? Yes, he's like, I love Boy George now. Like, that's what's funny. Israelis have to love Boy George now. They have to like him. Mark Levin, there he goes. He had to like, I love Boy George. But he tweets so much, how am I going to find this shit, man? What if I search here? I'm on Mark Levin's shit. Mark R. Levin. It's what the army's for. Okay, I'm not gonna find it here, but I found a few more. Okay. Forgetting that. Here is Boy George being asked about his song at an interview.
Why do I have to give a reason? I mean, I support everyone.
People.
You know, there's not a, I don't think like...
Except Palestinians. Who the fuck is this freak? People. He supports people.
You know, there's not a everyone.
People.
You know, there's not. I mean, I support everyone.
People.
You know, there's
people.
Not a. I don't think like love has a kind of love has no opposite. You know, for me personally, I have many Jewish friends since I was 15 years old. So for me, it's a.
I have a lot of Muslim friends. Does that mean I'm going to make a song? Saudi Arabia will dance again. KSA will dance again. What are we doing here, man? What a dumbass fucking reason.
Not a conversation I have to have. I don't feel like I need to explain myself to anyone. If I don't love my friends, I don't love anybody.
Exactly.
Are your friends fucking genocidal freaks, or are they just like Jewish people? Did that lady though? People, dude, she looks fucking. I'm sorry, she looks fucking terrifying. Look at that. Look at her. Look at that expression on. Oh my god, dude. We just love people unless they're brown and Palestinian and live in Gaza or the West Bank. Those people can be chopped up into little pieces. We don't care. But the Jewish people, all the other people, we love people.
One of the only guys that
Artful says people. People. We love people.
Why do I have to give a reason? I mean, I support everyone.
People.
You know, there's not a. I don't think like love.
She looks like she's from the Hunger Games, dude. She looks like she's one of those rich people at the Hunger Games, or one of those freaks in Squid Game. You know, the really horrible like foreign actors that they got to play like the billionaires or whatever. People.
Love has a kind of. Love has no opposite. You know, for me personally, I have.
Dude, she looks like Mel B if Mel B swallowed like 2 crates of Ozempic and like hopped in a pool of like bronzer or something.
Many Jewish friends since I was 15 years old. So for me, it's not a conversation I have to have. I don't feel like I need to explain myself to anyone. If I don't love my friends, I don't love anybody.
Exactly.
Well, then he felt like he says here he doesn't feel like the need to explain himself. Well, he's been explaining himself a shitload on Twitter for the past couple days. So many people are calling me and saying I should pipe down and let it blow over. And while they mean well, I'm afraid it's not an option. Doubling down works for Donald Trump, and we share a birthday with Che Guevara, Alan Carr, and Paul O'Grady. What a super group that would be. Move over, Steps, motherfucker. This is the most relevant Boy George has ever been in like 20 years. What, Steps? He's talking about Steps? Like, who remembers Steps? Who are you making these references for, man? Well, just fucking say S Club 7. Move over, S Club 7. Like, who are you? Who's your audience? Who's your target audience with this fucking tweet? What is most shocking is that the amount of gay folk attacking me, but I'm smart enough to realize that what you cannot disguise who you are. No gay person speaks for an entire community, and if you support terrorism, you can, in the words of Divine, take your toolkit and go fuck a garage. When I say they want to kill every last one of us, I'm also talking about us queers, not just the Jewish community. When will you wake up? Regardless of which side you take, I'm disgusted by anyone who posts hatred against anyone but refuses to show their face. If you have something powerful to say, then you should have the guts to show the world who you are, but most, if not all of you, are unwilling to show your faces, and the only reason is self-interest. Blake is saying no one is calling you. Say it after me, delusional, that's what you are, and keep Che Guevara out of your mouth, please. All right, let's see, someone's telling him collective punishment is wrong. So is the terrorism committed by both Hamas and Israel. If you condemn terrorism, you should condemn both. Israel has been terrorizing Palestinians for nearly 80 years. Why are you following me? Please imagine me asking you this in the voice of Joan Crawford. Motherfucker, you're telling people, like, they're trying to explain something to you, you dumb fuck. Anyways, he's still crashing out. In Buddhism, we understand that every action comes with a consequence. Due to my decision to stand up for my Jewish friends, I am losing a few people from my life. Today, I parted company with Tony Pontius, who has run my record label, BGP, is that Boy George Productions, for a number of years. I wanted to release We Will Dance Again, but he was unequivocal and said, I want nothing to do with this song. Well, first of all, he's right. Okay, so shout out to his old record label manager, Tony Pontius, who A was like, listen, motherfucker, I ain't releasing this fucking AI slop. First of all, this shit is AI. You think I'm gonna put my name on that shit? Of course not. And B, it's an AI slop song to defend Israel and to like justify their genocide? Are you fucking shitting me? Like, even your manager knows it's career suicide. So shout out to his manager, Tony Pontius. Let's go. Tony fucking Pontius. I wanted to release one of them, but he was unequivocal and said, I want nothing to do with this shit song. And I responded, okay, we are done. When someone is gutless, it really does not hurt to say goodbye. My faith in humanity will not diminish and the truth will always win. I will release it. I will release it. Everybody in chat, everybody's got to relax, guys. No more arguing about Kaya. Okay, why? That's what I don't understand. Again. Everybody leave the Kaya thing alone. Leave the Kaya story alone. It almost ruined my life. So just, nobody needs to talk about it. This is fucking... I say genocide. You say war. Besides, that's what the army's for. So he's just fucking crashing out on Twitter. Look at this. I am Israeli and this is my art. Look at this. I just saw that Israeli graffiti artist Benzi Brofman is painting Boy George. Benzi was at Nova and left earlier than planned. On October the 6th, his wife had a bad feeling and he went home to be with her. This is truly a profound connection. There's no one there to keep you warm. It's no... Look at that, man. Dude, Israel has the shittiest stock of... Holy shit! Bubba? Bubba, is this a mistake? Bubba Trunk? Bubba Trunk just donated 370 AED. Holy shit, it's like $100. It says, can't gift subs for some reason in Dubai. I will go watch on TV and hit some of the loud. Love you, man. I'm just paying it back since every stream of yours is on my TV. Love y'all. Holy shit, dude. Guys, W's in the chat for Bubba Trunk. Holy shit, that's so fucking generous, man. Thank you so much for supporting the show on such a big level. Can I get that skateboard? Bubba Trunk, those skateboards, those are limited. You can't get those anymore. Those skateboards were designed by Lebanese artists, and the company that made them, Extinct Skateboards, is now extinct. And I only have one of each, and I have two more that are outside that I alternate from time to time. I should switch them out. I wish I could sell you one of these. I wish I could sell you one of these. Guys, W's in the chat for Bubba. Such a massive dono. Thank you, Bubba. That's insane. Don't say it's nothing, man. That's a massive dono. Thank you so fucking much, my dude. Our new Dubai benefactor, folks. Pick a song, Bubba. Pick a song for me to perform for you, man. Are there songs that people love in Dubai? What's like Dubai's favorite song? Dude, I love that Israelis now have to pretend to like Boy George. I love that. To me, that's the funniest shit ever. Israelis now have to pretend that they love Boy George. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Bubba, try to look up extinct skateboards and try to ask them if they can print another one or something. I've even had one of the artists who drew one of these skateboards reach out to me, was like, hey, can I buy your skateboard off of you, because like I can't find, they're not making them anymore. And I had to tell them, like, no, man, like I collect all four of them. Like I have, you know, I display all of them in my house. So I even had to turn away one of the guys who drew. His name is Muhammad Raitem, very talented Lebanese artist. Muhammad Raitem, he drew like two of these or one of them, and I had to be like, I can't, I'm so sorry, man. I love your skateboard. Bubba says, I listen to Bjork. Can I get Shush? Bjork? Jesus Christ, man. What am I gonna... Let's see. Oh, and the... Do I know this one? I do know a Bjork song. What is it? In this twilight, in the ocean, what is it? God, what am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? God, yeah, I don't know the Bjork song I'm thinking of. Oh, is it not Bjork?
Thus, he feels humiliated.
Bjork. And the... I don't even know what the fuck it's like. I think I'm thinking of the same song. And this, what does she say? Terrain? Does anyone know what song I'm talking about? I don't think I'm not thinking of Bjork. I'll try. Is there another song? Because I don't think I remember it. I don't think I recognize any of these. What song? I'm just upset. Like, what am I thinking of? And the flashlights. Okay, flashlights. I don't know if I could ask for. I was given just one wish. Who the fuck sings that cursed song? I don't know what more to ask for. I was given just one. How did I even remember those fucking lyrics? Who sings this? From the song What Else Is There? Okay, what else is there song? Okay, it's not Bjork at all. It's Royksup. This is the song that I was thinking about. Give me the lyrics, bro. I'll sing that for you. It's close enough to Bjork. The song lyrics. Okay, this is for Bubba Trunk. This is for you. It was me on the road, but you couldn't see me. Too many lights out, but nowhere near here. It was me on the road, still you couldn't see me. And then flashlights and explosions. I don't know what more to ask for. I was given just one wish. It's about you and the sun, a morning run, the story of my maker. What have I and what ache for? I think that's what it. Yeah, sorry guys. This is what we're listening to. This is so cursed. It's just, so what else is there? Here we go. Royksup. Why did I think it was Bjork? I mean, maybe the name. Get near. It's a good fucking song, dude. God, I can't believe I remember that. And the fact that I remembered enough of the lyrics to be able to recognize the song, I'm very impressed with myself right now. I might get copyrighted for this. I might have to mute the song later. So, you know. I am the wonder. And the flashlights and explosions. Okay. Back to Boy George. So we got some art. What else we got? We got Eve Barlow. Now loves Boy George is an iconic British superstar. This week he put out a song to show solidarity with the Jewish people post October the 7th. It is called We Will Dance Again. As a result, he's been libeled by almost all British media as pro-genocide. He has had to withdraw from his West End role in Jesus Christ Superstar. He has lost his label manager. You think Jews are all controlling and protected by institutional power? This is what happened to a British icon in a matter of days. You don't know what bravery is until you fight Jew hate and anti-Zionism. Once you fight anti-Zionism, dude, look at that. She's not even saying anti-Semitism. She's like straight up being like, yes, we're proud Zionists, and this is what happens when you fight Zionism. God damn, man. Eve Fartlow, dude, she looks like Dobby, bro. She looks straight up like Dobby from from Harry Potter. Like, goddamn, man. Then she's another tweet. What is happening to Boy George has happened systematically to every Jew and every Jewish ally for the last 10 years. Really? Because all I see is Paramount Studios, run by the Ellisons, blacklisting pro-Palestine actors, firing pro-Palestine actors. Melissa Barrera got fired from the fucking Scream franchise. Who do you know got fired for being pro-Israel? As far as I know, all the pro-Israel Hollywood actors and musicians are making a killing. How is this happening? What the fuck? If you make any statement that is intended to bring peace to the region, hey, what the fuck do you know about peace to the region, you fucking piece of shit? What the fuck do you know about peace in the region, you fucking Zionist fucker? All you do is support wars against Lebanon, genocides against Palestinians. Hey, yeah, peace. Ya khirya, ya sharmuta, ya shlikke. Sorry, guys. To expose the Hamas narrative, to define Jewish peoplehood on Jewish terms, even to express goodwill towards Palestinians in a way that doesn't erase Jews. What is goodwill towards Palestinians? Oh, they have the right to self-determination, and they should get their own little itsy-bitsy state within Israel, you know? Maybe not a two-state solution, but like something, just self-determination. Self-determination. Fuck you and self-determination. Ya khirye. امك احبه يا شرموطه قايرب شكلك قايرب امك بيك وسليتي كلها. Sorry, guys. Sorry. You will experience total social annihilation and expulsion, as it should fucking be. You support genocide, you should be fucking expulsed from society. Out. You're not welcome back. You fuck off. You stay the fuck out. That's how it should be. James Hansen says, whatever your view on Israel's actions in Gaza, no one should be canceled for speaking up for their Jewish friends and writing a song that condemns October the 7th. Solidarity with Boy George. And he didn't write it. AI fucking wrote it. AI probably did the whole thing. What is this? John Cleese, look at that. That's the fucking weirdest thing. Look at that. So someone, America Recharged, shared this tweet about John Cleese. What do you think about this? Is an actor. I forgot what he's been in, but he's, you know, he's been around. Fucking John Cleese is ancient. What do you think about John Cleese? A true British patriot, or B, a racist who hates Muslims? I didn't even know anything about John Cleese or his thoughts about anything. I haven't thought about John Cleese, I think, my whole life, maybe. So John Cleese quote tweets that and says, I'm not a racist. I'm a culturalist. I believe some cultures are superior to others. For example, I prefer cultures that do not encourage wife-beating, pedophilia, clitorectomies, stoning, and constant inflation of the male ego. I mean, Western culture, my guy? Do you want to talk about Epstein files? You want to talk about your precious Prince Andrew? Literally the president of the United States, Donald Trump? Who encourages pedophilia, my guy? Wife beating? You want to talk about wife beating, motherfucker? Wife beating? Dude, America has a shirt named after wife beating. They have a wife beater. They literally have a shirt. They call it a wife beater. You think that name came from the Middle East? What culture created the name wife beater for a fucking shirt? It's literally a tank top. Americans call it wife beater. You ate it. Pedophilia, clitorectomies, stoning. Okay, the stoning, you know, some countries do stoning. It ain't cool. What about Europe? What about the American prison system and constant inflation of the male ego? What about genocides? What about countries that commit genocides? How about that culture? Anyways, I'm also aware of the difference between Islamo-skepticism and Islamophobia. Notice that hate does not come into this. Only moral preferences. So that's what a cop-out answer. What a cop-out answer. Jeff, that says, mind you, still child marriage in our country. That's right. There's still child marriage in the States. He was in the Monty Python, that's true, and a fish called Wanda. He wrote shitloads of British comedy. Has he made anything recent? But yeah, I've never heard this. I'm not a racist. I'm a culturalist. I mean, this is some, God, what was the fucking guy's name? What was that guy's name? The guy who argued with Ben Affleck. What's his name? Sam Morris? Is it Sam Morris? Sam Anti-Islam. What the fuck's his name? Sam Harris. Sam Harris. That's right. He sounds like Sam Harris. Well, I'm not being Islamophobic. I'm just saying that culturally they're not similar to us. This is some Sam Harris shit. Sam Harris. Yeah, Walter, thank you. Sam Harris. Took me a second to get it. I'm not a racist, I'm a culturalist. I believe some cultures are superior to others. I'm not saying people or religion, it's just the culture. Motherfucker, doesn't change shit. This doesn't change anything. You think you're being clever there? Zai Squirrel had a pretty funny tweet. Says, John Cleese is going viral again with his posts about Muslims. So here's a reminder that they are written for him by his Mossad handler, who took over his account after he begged them for forgiveness for posting criticisms of Israel. So apparently, look at that. John Cleese apologizes for anti-Israel tweets and pledges to perform free there when it's safe. What are you going to perform there, man? The Monty Python alumna shared a series of comments on X that were critical of the Jewish state, including the claim that it controls global finance. Yeah, dude, look. The dude's throwing in some anti-Semitic tropes in there. That's you know, John Cleese. Then he says, I don't understand the internet. John Cleese says an apology for posting anti-Israel content. The day after the Monty Python comedian told the London Jewish News that he would stop commenting on Israel, he shared a post accusing Ted Cruz of being too loyal to the Jewish state. Listen, at least he hates everybody. At least he hates all minorities. He hates the Jews and he hates the Muslims and the Arabs. That's so. What else can I say? You know? Hot Ham Radio says, no, not John Cleese. Hot Ham, I'm sorry. Now they need to make a John Cleese mural in Israel next to the Boy George one. You know, he might not like Israel, but at least he hates the Arabs like us. So please move over, Boy George. Now we have you and John Cleese. And please draw the Blossom, the actress who played Blossom from the old sitcom. Draw Blossom. Who else loves Israel? Oh, what's the guy's name? Sydney Sweeney's husband. Or boyfriend. Scooter Braun. We need the Scooter Braun mural next to Boy George, next to John Cleese, and then we have Little Blossom next to them. It is the dream blunt rotation. All four of them talking about how much they love Israel. Oh, we will give them the greatest falafel and hummus. Franklin Goodwin says John Cleese is an old-fashioned racist. And by the way, Mujika just became a member. Thank you so much, Mujika. Welcome to the Do Not Warriors. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for supporting the channel by becoming a member. I hope you enjoy, you know, the future exclusive content that you'll be getting. Thank you so much. It makes a massive difference. We love and appreciate you. Thank you. I don't know what more to ask for. Jason, we appreciate you. Welcome back to the chat. Also, whoever you were speaking with, we appreciate you as well. We know shit happens, folks. We know shit happens. I forgot, what was the name of the person that was also involved in the little... Tiago Menezes. Tiago Menezes as well. Hope you're still here. And finally... Z Squirrel says, Zionist Jewish supremacists have been rummaging through the trash of D-list has-been celebs in the West to post their genocidal racist Hasbara scripts for them, and they've come up with senile Epstein rapist John Cleese and degenerate rapist torturer Boy George. Great stuff. Great stuff. That is pretty funny. So, anyways, that's enough of that. Let us get into the Ariana Grande stuff, because I'm guessing there's a lot to talk about there. And let me just open up the links. Actually, before, just a quick, we're gonna talk about Lebanon very quickly as well, because they've been doing some horrible shit here. Horrible shit, folks. Horrible shit.
Hasan talking about.
Shut the fuck up, Blunderbox. Ariana, there's a whole bunch of tweets for Ariana that I gotta open. You guys want to get a sneak peek into what we're opening up here? You say genocide, I say war. Dude, I sing better than fucking Boy George, man. Besides, it's what the army's for. We will dance again, oh Israel. We will dance again, oh Israel. Oh, oh, Tiago's here, says, when discussing with such people, I like to show them examples that ring close to home. Someone should show them images of Israelis hitting Catholics in Jerusalem. Yeah, or you're talking about John Cleese, of course. Israel murdered a priest here in Lebanon. Again, there was a story that went viral of Israeli soldiers destroying a cross in South Lebanon. And like, that was the one thing that they apologized. It's like, you're not going to apologize for murdering thousands of people, but they apologized for destroying the cross. I mean, as they should. They didn't even they lied about replacing the cross. Instead, we got sent a replacement from the Italians, the lovely Italians. We're going to quickly, just a couple of updates about what's happening in Lebanon. There's been a lot of explosions, a lot of massive scale bombardments. This is from Sarah, says 700 tons of explosives. Israel detonated 700 tons of explosives beneath Beaufort Castle in South Lebanon in the middle of the night, a 900-year-old Crusader castle that UNESCO just listed as endangered heritage. It is an official UNESCO heritage site. And now the Israelis, not only did they occupy the castle and occupy the land around the castle because they consider it a strategic location, they're also bombing right under the castle using 700 tons of explosives. Now, what do you think 700 tons of explosives are going to do to the foundation of a 900-year-old castle? It ain't great. It's not great. It's not great for the area. It's not great for the nature. It's not great for the mountains, for the trees, for the animals that live there. This is ecocide, plain and simple. Look at that. Look at this, man. More ecocide in South Lebanon. Israel has inflicted severe, irreversible environmental damage across South Lebanon within days after detonating 700 tons of explosives beneath Yohmur al-Sha'if. It is now burning Yarun's ancient olive groves. So this is Beaufort Castle, the mountain before the 700 tons of explosives were detonated, and this is Beaufort Castle after. And these are Yarun's ancient olive groves. I have a video of this. This is Paula Albiz, who I've actually met. I've met Paula. I used to follow each other back in the day on my old Twitter. I've met Paula. She's a great Lebanese activist. I've met her on the ground at Lebanese protests. The first time I met her, she was literally making manaish for the protesters. She was out there making saj. Saj is like when you get that big little flat. It's kind of like a teppanyaki, but it's like rounded. It's curved. And you just put the dough on there, this really tasty dough. And then you put either za'atar, which is thyme and olive oil, very delicious, or cheese. You can make a delicious little pie. It's not a pie. It's like a manusha, you know? And I remember I haven't seen her in years. Last time I saw Paula Albiz was in 2019, 2020, when we were protesting like to the max. Mujika says, I'd love to see see Anthony have Brittany on to talk about Ariana. Oh yeah, that would be great. Yeah, right? I'm not qualified to talk about Ariana Grande on my own, and I'm going to need a lot of you guys' help, especially as a man. So yeah, look at the video. Look at the olive groves. The Israeli occupation army has already flattened Yarun houses, churches, and mosques and burned its millennial oak forest. Now they are setting its olive groves ablaze, destroying what remains of the land. Look at this. And we've already watched a video that said that Israel has burnt around 20% of Lebanon's agricultural land using white phosphorus. They have burnt thousands of olive trees. Look at the fire. Look, you see that? Look at all those olive. Like, what is this? Are those Hezbollah tunnels? Are the olive trees Hezbollah? Are the olive trees Hamas? Are the olive trees bombing northern Israel? This is destroying our culture. This is destroying our land. This is Israeli sending a message that even if we do leave your country, even if we do stop occupying your country, you will not be able to grow any fucking thing on there. Your land, which is very fertile. The land in South Lebanon is some of the most fertile land in the world. The fruits and vegetables that grow there have such beautiful and wonderful conditions with our valleys and the soil. The soil itself is fucking magical soil. And the weather and the sun and everything. It's fucking perfection. It's perfection. And they want to punish not only the people, not only our culture, they want to punish the land. It's like they're punishing the land for hosting us and sustaining us. And they want to make sure that it can't sustain any future generations. And they want to also make people be like, well, now that they've burnt our olive groves, it's also they're trying to be like, well, if they can create some doubt and if they can turn away some Lebanese people from being like, you know what, our olive groves are gone, we're not even going to come back. They want to do that. They want to dissuade people from going back to the south. They want to dissuade people from going back to their lands, to their homes. So this is all intentional. Try getting some texts. One moment. Here, let's... This is from a week ago. This is residents return to ruins as Israeli forces remain nearby. This is what some of our... There's a lot of areas in Lebanon that are still closed off by the Israeli military with their yellow line. But when people are allowed to go back to their towns, this is what they look like.
A landscape of devastation. Homes, now mountains of concrete. If they are not destroyed, they are so badly damaged, they are uninhabitable. This is what the people of Zoutar al-Gharbiya found when they returned to their town in southern Lebanon, part of a U.S. brokered deal with Israel. A few days ago, it was under Israeli occupation, but Israel is still in control. Drones don't leave the skies. Karim Azzeddin tells us he feels humiliated. He shows us what used to be his garden, his trees, his 3-story home. He and so many others have returned. What used to be his garden, his trees, his 3-story home. He and so...
Can you imagine watching a man who's a grandfather, just an old man, crying because he just lost everything? He's crying for his trees. This is how much, like, this is how much, again, like, Arabs, we love our land, man. We love our land, we love our trees, we love our grass. Every inch of land, whatever you kill here, breaks our hearts. You think we're just waiting for people to die? Or buildings to be destroyed to be sad? Every tree you destroy, especially our olive trees that can live up to thousands of years old. Like, these are crimes beyond words. These are... Trees survive generations. Generations of people. Poof. Just for no fucking reason.
Many others have returned to find barely anything. Some are choosing to stay despite the rubble and the lack of basic services. And despite the presence of the Israeli army only a few hundred meters away. Israel occupies dozens of towns and villages along the border and has conditioned further withdrawals on the Lebanese army, preventing the return of Hezbollah and dismantling what remains of the group's military assets. Yet residents are still not able to reach some neighborhoods in Zoutar al-Gharbiya. Beyond the army checkpoint is Israeli-controlled territory, and for people here, that means Israeli troops could re-enter the town under the pretext of security. This is what the Israeli army has done across southern Lebanon. Airstrikes, artillery shelling. But the Israeli military also deliberately blew up homes. We can see bulldozers destroying yet more land in a nearby village. We also hear the sound of explosions, detonations that echo across southern Lebanon.
They're literally just detonating whatever village is in the yellow line between Israel and Lebanon. They're just destroying everything. They're turning it into Gaza. They're razing it to the ground. They want to make it unlivable. And they claim that they're gonna return the land. They're gonna stop occupying it once the Lebanese government successfully disarms Hezbollah. Yeah, right.
The army spent days clearing the debris to open roads and carrying out sweeping operations to remove unexploded munitions. With the entry of the town's residents, life is slowly returning to Zoutar al-Gharbiya. There's resilience, but the road to recovery is likely to be long. According to the agreement, the Lebanese army's ability to be the sole authority here will need to be verified, and that mechanism is still being negotiated. For now, families are waiting.
In the meantime, they're just going to bomb everything. Just going to fucking bomb everything.
For help to restart their lives. Karim Azzeddin has nothing left. He shows us the clothes he still hasn't worn. Tells us he has no choice but to...
iDubbbz says for the same reason they killed the North American buffalo en masse. Yeah, that's fucked up too.
Collect scrap metal from his destroyed home to sell in order to live. Zana Khudr, Al Jazeera.
I remember, was it in Red Dead Redemption 1 where there's a bunch of buffalo running around, and if you actually kill all of them, they don't respawn. Like, you would actually, like, kill them all. So you have to, like, make it a point not to touch any of the buffaloes. Okay, Loner Box. Not gonna watch this video. We've got no time. Okay, let us talk about Ariana Grande. Let me just look up her music video. By the way, I have a poll in the chat asking you guys for my second live stream today. I said, which second stream do you prefer? AI is killing the gaming industry or building my clone army? 75% of it. We have 142 votes. 75% of you have voted for the AI is killing the gaming industry video. So I will do a reaction to that later tonight on my second channel on Tino's Playroom. So make sure to subscribe. The link is pinned at the bottom or the top of the live chat. Subscribe to Tino's Playroom to watch me talk about how AI and data centers are killing the gaming industry. It's a fantastic video by Mr. Who's the Boss. It's like a 20-minute video. I just really want to react to it and talk about it and just talk about what's happening to the gaming industry. It's stuff that we've already talked about, but like he put it all so well, so brilliantly in one concise video that I figured I want to watch it with you guys. Pedal. Okay, that's the new music video. Okay. So Ariana Grande has been going viral, and she has for a while. Okay, not gonna lie. She has been going viral for a while because of her weight. I remember while they were promoting Wicked, right? The Wicked movie on the red carpet. People were constantly commenting on her weight and on her co-star's weight. I forgot, what's her co-star's name? Cynthia Erivo, right? They kept being like, why are they so skinny? Why are they so skinny? And people would be like, hey, stop body shaming them. It's none of your business. It's none of your business. It's none of your business. Well, I think the internet has like decided to like rise up, and to anyone who says it's none of your business, they're just telling them to shut the fuck up. Because look, this person is clearly unhealthy. This person is clearly like struggling with something. And by just acting like nothing is going on, and by acting like this is normal, we're actually causing more harm than good. Now, I just want to say it again. I said it at the top of the stream, but that was 2 hours ago. We're not here to comment on anyone's body. We're not here to comment on anyone's size or weight. That's not something that we do here. Okay? So I'm not here to shame Ariana Grande for being skinny, for whatever. There's millions of things that could be affecting that. People deal with all sorts of things, whether it's a physical condition, whether it's trauma, and it's all valid. It's all valid. But it is also valid criticism, I think, because she is a massive role model. You got millions of young girls, young men, everybody that looks up to her, and if they see their favorite celebrity looking a certain way and constantly being like, yeah, well, it's normal, it's fine, it's normal, it's fine, it's not a big deal, it's my body, stay out of it, then are you telling those kids that it's okay to look like that? Are you telling those kids that it's okay to look like you? And if they're trying to look like you, I think there is a point where we need to, together, like all of us as a society, be like, hey, listen, Ariana Grande, nothing against you. We want what's best for you, but like, this isn't okay. And please look after yourself. And even if just saying that is wrong, then I think there is a problem with society. And we've reached a point where like people are way too sensitive and like, it's like, don't say anything. You can't say anything. It's like, okay, you can choose not to say anything, or else you can look at a picture like this of a mainstream celebrity and you could pretend that this is okay and this is normal. I think without shaming anyone, without claiming that someone has a problem, but this looks like someone that needs help. This is an individual that needs help, I think. You know what I'm saying? And I do agree with a lot of the internet sort of having this backlash. Not again, no one is trying to belittle Ariana. I don't think anyone, at least of all the tweets that I've seen, everyone is being very respectful, and it's all coming from a place of concern and a place of like, you're in this massive position with massive influence, you know, and privilege and influence. So you've got to use that privilege and you have to use that influence positively. Okay. And I don't know what Ariana Grande is going through. We're going to look at some of the options that might be causing this, but there's got to be a way, there's got to be a time where it's like, people just be like, hey, listen, something's not right here. And out of an abundance of concern, we just want this person to be okay. No one's trying to hurt Ariana Grande's feelings. No one would be saying those things if they didn't care or like Ariana personally. I don't listen to Ariana Grande's music. I don't watch her like performances. I've seen the first Wicked movie. I know she's going to be the next Meet the Fockers movie. So like, I'm not like a fan of Ariana Grande's, but like, I don't want to see her suffering. I don't want to see someone that is like suffering in the public eye and then no one says anything about it, and then lo and behold, something worse happens. So I think it's okay to kind of just talk about it and have a conversation, because this could be something that is affecting other people, that they're afraid of getting the help that they need, etc. So I think this is okay. I think it's a good thing that people are talking about it. Of course, it has to be done respectfully and not from like some weird sexual angle. It's just all like literally, hey, You seem like, and like, it's not like, hey, give her a sandwich. Someone feed her a sandwich. That's all very dismissive. That's all very like belittling. It's like, hey, just take care of yourself. Okay, your fans, the world is going to be there waiting for you. She's a tremendous talent. You know what I mean? Like she's a very talented singer. She's definitely a very talented actress. So no one's going anywhere. Take whatever time you need. Take care of yourself and come back when you're ready. Also, being a public figure puts an immense amount of pressure on people. She's been in some very public relationships. She had a very public breakup with Mac Miller, who then killed himself shortly after their breakup. Now, I will say, when I remember the news when like she had just broken up with Mac Miller and then like right away got engaged to fucking, what's his name? To the guy? Who did Ariana Grande? What was his name? Pete Davidson. Like as soon as she broke up with Mac Miller, she like got engaged to Pete Davidson, which I always joked that like I think like she kind of like I think that might have been a massive thing that like maybe made Mac Miller like commit suicide. But like I said it as obviously she never heard me say it, but like I think if that's something that affected her, if Mac Miller's death also like affected her so deeply that maybe she blamed herself for it, even though she shouldn't. He was an addict for a very long time and she probably tried to get him out of his addiction, but like, you know, they broke up. She found happiness in another relationship very quickly, which I'm not here to judge. Who gives a shit? I don't know what happened, how long, it doesn't matter. But like, you know, maybe in her mind it was like, did I cause Mac Miller so much pain that like he had to kill himself? Like, it's also like, I know he overdosed, Haley. But like maybe she felt guilty. Maybe she was like, am I to blame? Did I cause so much hurt that he felt like the only way to get out was to OD or something? I have no idea. Oh, people are saying did not commit. It was laced fentanyl. Yeah. So, but like maybe she thinks that like he took extra drugs or like he was trying to like forget. Maybe somewhere she blames him. Maybe she blames herself for not being able to help him to get out of his addiction. So there was a mass shooting at her concert. Yeah, there's a tweet that kind of breaks down all the things. So she's been through a lot of shit. Yes, everyone's correcting me. Mac overdosed, was killed, did not kill himself. Yes. But maybe she feels like she wasn't able to help him. Or maybe she wasn't able, like if only I was able to get him to get to rehab or to not be addicted anymore. Whatever the case is, just the fact that he died must have been a massive impact on her. So there's a new music video. That's where this picture's from. It's called Pedal. Let's just mute it and let's kind of see. Now I think that there's like a story behind this music video where she's trying to comment on like how men and how the industry put pressure on people and performers to look a certain way. So she's definitely making a comment, and it's ironic that people are talking about her appearance and her weight while right after she releases a music video that kind of tackles that as a subject. But I mean, I guess the timing was right. So I mean, you can already look, she's looking really skinny. Okay, her face looking very skinny. Look at her like shoulder bones. It's kind of popping out her chest. And I guess this is the scene here. And like this shot in particular kind of I mean, right here, this is where she looks, I think, like just looks pretty unwell, you know? And yeah, look, so here, I have a picture that shows what this says a little bit clearer. It says, couldn't hurt to lose a few pounds. So I guess this is the commentary of those men that are watching her. It's like, okay, she looks good, whatever, but couldn't hurt to lose a few pounds, which is, again, good commentary on like the industry, on like the pressure that women feel and face when they're trying to become an artist or they put themselves online. So, and like she's already very skinny, so she wouldn't hurt to lose a few pounds. I get what she's trying to say, but in her case, I think it hits a bit too close to home. So, and we're going to look at a bunch of other tweets of people. So, Ellie Hall says, we're watching Karen Carpenter 2.0 and everyone's too afraid of being canceled to actually say the truth. Kay says she's visibly thinner. So this is a picture of Ariana Grande with just like a young teen, young fan. Says she's visibly thinner than a kid, and her fans still don't see anything concerning. Oh my God. So here's a picture. So yeah, she looks tiny compared to this little child. Now again, not everyone's body is the same. You know, you could be a young child and be bigger than an adult. It doesn't matter. But like in this case, she's just unwell. Let's just like, no, you don't, not a lot of explanation necessary. Like look at her chest right here. Look at her back, the bones thing. And look, I'm a skinny guy. So if people see me shirtless, they might think like, yo, dude, like, have you not eaten or something? So I also know like I have bones that kind of stick out of my shoulders. So I'm a naturally skinny person, and I have to like work out and eat a lot to like put on weight. The only way for me to put on weight is to eat and lift and like consume a lot of protein and a lot of carbs. I used to drink like mass gainers when I was younger, and I would go to the gym because I can't. It's very hard for me to gain weight. It doesn't mean that I'm healthy. I could be eating fucking burgers and clogging up my arteries, and I still wouldn't gain weight. So it's like it's not healthy. But like I can also look skinny, so I'm not trying to judge at all. Like she has some bones sticking out of her shoulders. I have bones sticking out. Like it's very. If someone tries to put their head on my shoulder to sleep, it's kind of annoying. It's not the most smooth surface. But mine are just kind of shaped like that. With her, she's just clearly like losing weight. She's just melting in front of our eyes. Genuinely, you know what I'm saying? I said nothing when she was on the red carpet for the Wicked stuff, and people were like piling on, like, give them a sandwich, give her and her co-star a sandwich. I was like, oh, it's kind of rude. Like that's not the way you're gonna get someone to. It's not the way you're going to help someone. You're not going to reach them with this kind of language by trying to be snarky about the whole situation. Crystal Ball even put out this tweet. Agnes, so the original tweet says, this whole scene was just her showing her chest bones. Very uncomfortable. Crystal Ball says, Ariana's an entire industry making money for so many people. So for the sake of their profit, the show must go on, even as she becomes sicker and sicker. Logical outcome of a society that cares more about money than people. And yes, and I do agree with Crystal Ball here. They're like, where the fuck is her entourage? Where the fuck is Ariana Grande's family? Where are her friends? Where are the people that are supposed to be like, listen, we care more about you as a human being, as our friend, as our family member, daughter, sister, cousin, whatever, than whatever you're doing out there in the entertainment industry. Good on you. You're making millions of dollars, selling out concerts, starring in hit movies. You are more important than that. You are more important than the next paycheck. You're more important than the next residual cut that we're going to get from whatever project that you did, than the Spotify check that we're going to get in 2 months. Her family and friends need to wake the fuck up. They need to wake the fuck up. Forget about her movies. Forget about the TV shows that she has. Forget about her fans. Just think about your Ariana, your friend, your cousin, whatever it is. Take care of her. But everyone is so obsessed with what's her next role, what's the next paycheck, what's the next movie, what's the next concert. You can't cancel the concert. We've booked all the venues. She needs help, man. She needs help. You know? And it is a good point. We're putting her family and friends and her managers and her representation are putting money ahead of her. Like you can, if she loses any more weight and she dies, you can't make any money off of her. If they want to think about it selfishly, if she's dead, she's no good to you dead, motherfuckers. What the fuck is happening? And I put no blame on Ariana, dude. There's so much pressure. Can you imagine not being able to leave your house without millions of people swarming you, recognizing you? That in itself is like such a fucking massive fucking weird thing. You know what I mean? You can't even leave your house. You got paparazzi following you everywhere, commenting on all of your relationships. You break up with someone. You have your heart broken. The whole world is talking about it and judging. You should have done this. You shouldn't have left Mac Miller. You shouldn't have gotten engaged to Pete Davidson. You killed Mac Miller. Like, insane shit being said about you all the time. So that is going to have a massive impact. And she was at a concert. Was it in London? There was a shooting there. Like, she's been through some shit. And don't forget the Nickelodeon stuff, dude. When she was on Nickelodeon, there was that documentary that came out, and I have some of the disturbing footage. If you guys haven't seen it, oh my god, dude, the shit they made her do as a kid is straight up fucking criminal. So this is a person that has been through a lot. And that's just the stuff we know of. That's just the stuff that I know of. Mac Miller, the shooting, the Nickelodeon stuff. She has a whole life that she's lived that no one knows what she's been through. No one knows what she's been through. So I try to say this with as much care and as much like empathy as humanly possible. You know what I'm saying? And she seems like a genuinely nice and sweet person. She genuinely seems like a good, sweet person. So it's crazy. Keanu Weave said, actually, sometimes celebrities bring in money where they're dead. Well, touche. Touche. You know? That is a good point. Yeah, so Franklin said, yeah, the Manchester Arena bombing incident. So, yeah, was it a shooting? Okay, so it was a bombing, not a shooting. Okay, thank you for the clarification, guys. Keanu and Evelyn and everybody. Sorry, Franklin. Liv said, I've never seen the YouTube comments look like this. These are all the top comments, too. Even small celebrities have been saying stuff. I think Ariana or her team will definitely reply in a way. So these are the comments under the video. It's not about wanting the old Ariana back. It's about wanting her to be healthy. 23K likes. Good golly. Ms. Molly says, at this point, I'm judging her team, friends, and family. This is insane. Absolutely. I kind of agree with that. I have no hate, no judgment. Nothing negative to say about Ariana Grande. Unless she turns out to be a Zionist, then fuck her. Okay? If she turns out to be a Zionist, then I don't care. I just don't care. I care about her fans, her young fans. Because if she's a Zionist, yalla. Who's going to tell her we miss her being healthy, looking, and not the old music? Then Anthony says, this comment section is refreshing. It's nice to see comments of concern instead of just putting everything under the rug like nothing's wrong. Most of us just want to see her healthy and happy. She deserves it. She's far too talented and beautiful. Praying for her recovery. Actually, let's go to the video and let's scroll down ourselves and see what's up with those comments. Yep, there's still, look, 63K. Top comment. At this point, I'm judging her team, friends, and family. This is insane. Top comment with 63K likes. Sammy's tweet has 66K likes. It's not about wanting the old Ariana back. It's about wanting her to be healthy. And they're mixing it in with some smaller tweets, with some smaller comments. This one says, an elephant in the room is impossible to ignore. Things look really bad. I hope I'm wrong. For all you youngins out there, Buck Girl says, for all you youngins out there, I encourage you to look up Karen Carpenter. She had one of the most iconic voices of the 70s and early 80s. Insanely talented. Considered one of the best drummers of all time. Died of complications from anorexia at the age of 32. Ari is so immensely talented, it pains me to watch another bright star go this way. This one with 48K likes. Who's going to tell her we miss her being healthy looking and not the music? These are some very sweet messages, by the way. These are some such sweet comments. I'm actually getting some goosebumps reading them. I'm not even an Ariana Grande fan, but I can genuinely feel that people are genuinely concerned. People are concerned. And can you imagine dropping this video that you've worked on? It's cost millions of dollars. It's like her new hit single or whatever. And all of the comments are like, hey, you don't look healthy. Please get better. Like, shout out to everybody. Shout out to her fans that are saying this, because you guys are the voice that it is impossible to ignore the people's voice now. And it's clear that these comments are coming from a place of love. People who care about her and love her. So happy to see people in this comment section who are also concerned and not act like nothing is wrong. It's unbelievably sad. Another comment, how a genuine piece of concern for someone can be seen or perceived as ill will or hatred. I'm genuinely concerned for her physical state. I hope she soon recovers. A place of genuine concern is not similar to public scrutiny. Hayamo Hamad says, she's surrounded by enablers. Eating disorders are not a joke. I can see her whole skeletal system. This isn't right. I can't even enjoy the video without thinking she looks sickly every second she's on the screen. Every single comment is her talking about... I agree. Bria Barrow says, so this music video should not have happened. Never should have happened. I pray she gets better. Absolutely. How could you even allow her to film this video? How could you even allow her... Oh, sorry, I got to change this up. What did I do? How can you even allow her to film a video in that state? That is fucking insane. I'm so proud of these commenters, man. Everyone's being so mature and so caring in the comments. People are being so caring in the comments, dude. Wilhelmina says she's very pro-Palestine. Let's go. That takes the fears of her being a Zionist away. Let's fucking go. That's fucking awesome. Seeing the state of her in the second fit was frightening. She's so beautiful but deeply unwell. Oh my God. I'm shocked and sad and speechless, and I'm not talking about the plot. She don't think she is sick. That's the problem. I don't want the old Ari back. I just want her to be safe with 24K likes. Yeah. So people, and I think, so yeah, there has been, let me see. So skipping ahead a little bit. Her team did come out and say she'll be taking a step back from visibility after she completes the Eternal Sunshine Tour. So let's see. Ariana will be taking a step back from visibility after she completes the Eternal Sunshine Tour. So she's still on tour. Oh my God, dude. They're working this person literally to the bone. Literally to the bone. She looks forward to finishing the tour and ending it on a high note, both healthily and happily, and then take a much-deserved break from public-facing work and appearances, which has led to endless, ongoing public scrutiny. So this is where it's kind of wrong. Official statement from Ariana Grande's rep. At this point, I don't call it scrutiny. The scrutiny is to you, motherfuckers, the reps, the teams, the family, the friends, the managers, everybody surrounding her. How the fuck do you see someone working themselves to the bone, clearly not fucking eating properly, and you still encourage them to film music videos, to book venues, to book concerts, get more movie roles before she gets better? What is more important to you, the next paycheck or your beloved Ariana to be healthy? Literally, after she finishes the tour, when does she finish the fucking tour, man? When is that tour ending? Let me see. Eternal Sunshine Tour. Eternal Sunshine Tour end date. It ends on September the 1st, so she has 1 full month. Let's look at the picture. So June 6th and 9th. So she still has August 3rd and 5th in Chicago, Illinois. August 15th, 16th, 19th, 20th, and 23rd in London, UK. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more concerts to do. Yeah, she should absolutely cancel the rest of the tour. She should absolutely cancel the rest of the fucking tour. Her team should... But we've already booked the venues. You could... The fans have already... The fans... I think the fans, if they're true Ariana Grande fans, don't want to see her perform in that state. I'm sorry. A true Ariana Grande fan would be like, yo, give me the fucking refund. Please take care of yourself, girl. Take care of yourself. If you're like... Or if you're a fan, like, all you're going to be screaming is like, hey, take care of yourself. Like, if you're at the concert, what are you going to say? We love you. You're going to be like, hey, please take care of yourself. Like, it's going to be kind of awkward. I'm sorry. I feel like all the people are going to be cheering for her to, like, get help. And they're going to be chanting, fuck your management team, fuck your manager, fuck your PR rep. Like, you cancel the rest of this. It's only, like, 10 dates. How many dates did we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more concerts? Cancel the fucking 7 dates, you motherfuckers. You cheap, greedy motherfuckers. Cancel the 7 dates. Refund everyone. No fan wants to see their favorite artist emaciated, tired, exhausted, barely able to maneuver the stage and perform and sing. What the fuck? That's so fucked up, man. And performing on stage, there's so much fucking pressure. It's exhausting. I don't know if she has like dance choreographies. I don't know how intense her concerts are, but I'm assuming there's like some dance choreographies. Let's see. Ariana Grande live in concert. Okay, so this is someone filmed the whole fucking thing and uploaded it. This is Montreal 2026. I think she's already skinnier than this now. She was already pretty, you know, pretty petite here and tiny and skinny. This is already, she's already way skinnier than this now. But she does seem to be like standing most of the time and performing. So it's the, I guess she's not gonna be dancing a lot. Okay, sitting down a bit, but like the guy, it's a 2-hour concert, man. Okay, she's dancing. Look at that, dude. Nah, bro. No. No, man. Leave this fucking poor girl alone, man. Leave this girl alone. So anyways, the YouTube comments have all been... And yeah, someone in the chat had said, I'm shocked they're not deleting these comments. I kind of agree with you. Like, I think the controversy at this point is way too loud that they're not going to dare. Like, that's it. I think everyone's kind of talking about this. And it's hitting them... It's hit them in the face in a way that they can no longer ignore. They were happy to ignore it. And all right, Ariana, what else you gonna book to get us our 5% cut? But I think now it's reached the point where, you know, you can't go back. Link Lauren says, I'll have more to say on this soon. I've covered body image in Hollywood for a while. While we don't know what Ariana is going through privately, this seems coordinated and calculated. She drops her album 2 days ago, releases a music video literally about being thin, where she shows off her emaciated body, and suddenly her team is upset there's scrutiny of her public image. You can't have it both ways. She does this cat and mouse game. Her song is called Petal, and she paints herself as this thin, delicate flower, showing off every bone and rib. Then it's how dare you discuss her body. There's literally a scene in the video about her weight. I hope she does take some time off to reflect and get well, but she's playing into things herself. She's very online and likes to feed the beast. Then she's a victim of public scrutiny. We're not allowed to discuss. Okay, now I don't know about this. I don't know much about Ariana Grande's like history online. If she is online, if she is playing into this, but I just find this absolutely insane. Is anyone in the chat like a big Ariana Grande fan? Does this seem to you like she's kind of a part of this and she's sort of like, you know, playing a cat and mouse game with the audience? Because I don't feel like that's the case. Arch Shares Lab says, "Do not worry, podcast." Anthony, what about that magazine frame though? Which magazine frame? Is it Ariana Grande related? Let me see. Magazine frame. Is it this one or something? Yellow Benton says she used to have a Pro Anna Tumblr. I just don't know what the magazine frame is about. Anybody know what that means? Manic Mermaid Dash says, I hate the way people talk about celebrities like they aren't also complex human people like we all are when it comes to their personal lives and mental. I appreciate the points you're trying to make, Anthony. Well, thank you. No, of course, I think it's easy for people to like shit on celebrities and stuff. I'm really trying to be as like empathetic because obviously she's been through so much. And again, only the stuff that we know of, Mac Miller's death, the bombing at her concert, the Nickelodeon stuff that happened when she was a kid. Like there's tons of things. Was she the celebrity who needed a kidney transplant? No, that was someone else, right? That wasn't her. That was someone else, right? That was I always get them confused. So Maggie tweets this and says, I'm sympathetic to the fact. Also, yeah, Pop Base says 20 hours ago, Ariana Grande has dropped out of Sunday in the Park with George via People. They also report that Grande plans to take a step back from public visibility after the end of her tour following intensified public scrutiny. Yeah, it's not public scrutiny. I hate how they're calling it public scrutiny. Oh, the Joker magazine. Fuck yeah. Oh, your Musicaholic, the Joker magazine. Yo, sorry, I didn't recognize your name's changed. Yeah, I need to get back to you about that. I'll respond to you in a couple of days. We'll get that fucking magazine cover done. Thank you so much. Thank you for the reminder. Habib. So Sunday in the Park with George. Is that supposed to be a movie? Let's see. I think it's a play. Yeah, so it's going to be a play. So she dropped out of the play. Good. She dropped out of the play. Let's fucking go. Let's go. That's very fucking important. That is very fucking important. Krustamer says her snark even denies that she has PTSD. Yeah, some of her fans are fucking crazy. Some of her, so she just dropped out of a play. Fantastic. Yes, more of that, please, Ariana. And cancel the rest of your fucking tour dates. Cancel the rest of the fucking tour dates, and maybe we'll consider respecting your team and thinking that they're not just out to fucking kill you. Okay, I'm gonna have to give you guys a trigger warning for this. Remember, there was a documentary that recently exposed Nickelodeon, specifically what they used to do to like the live action stars of the Nickelodeon sitcoms. There was this fucking creepy guy that made like just. He was sexually harassing the kids, essentially. And they were writing content that was disgusting for kids. Literally, you had minors talk. Like, I'm going to show you guys the footage. Part of me doesn't even want to show it, but I think it's important to see how fucked up this shit is. What was the guy called, though? Disgrace Nickelodeon Produce. My typing is fucking done. Dan Schneider. So Dan Schneider, the prominent former children's television producer behind hit shows like All That, The Amanda Show, and iCarly, after allegations of misconduct. He was the guy who created the Good Burger. He like was the director or the writer of like I fucking love Good Burger. Welcome to Good, like that fucking thing. He fucking made that shit, dude. That guy was like the brains behind Nickelodeon, all of their live action sitcoms. Yeah, so we're gonna watch some of the shit that Dan Schneider made Ariana Grande do as a fucking minor. This is sickening stuff, but this might also play a big role into what happened to Ariana. Massive trigger warning. This is so fucked up. This is pretty much like, yeah. Should I even show this? This is so fucked up. This is so fucked up.
Have you ever said something, like a sentence, and thought to yourself, wow, like, I bet nobody else on earth has ever said those exact words that I just said? That happens to me a lot. So now, just for fun, I'm gonna say 3 sentences that I bet not one person has ever said before in the history of...
So first of all, obviously she's holding something that she shouldn't be fucking holding. Incredibly fucked up. They have her barefoot, swinging her feet on the fucking bed. This is genuinely disturbing stuff, because you know the people that made her, Dan Schneider in particular, the people who wrote this stuff and who made her say this stuff, had the most fucked up, dirtiest, most perverted intentions with this content. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Horrible. Yeah, and also what she's holding. So I don't think I'm going to show this anymore because this is just very creepy. I can't show this. I can't show this. It's too fucked up. It's genuinely too fucked up. It's technically PG, but everything is a sexual innuendo. Everything has a double meaning. The words they're making her use, disgusting. Disgusting. I don't think I can show this stuff, guys. It's really fucking disturbing. It's like a soft, gooey pickle, but like it's definitely made to look like a fucking dildo. I think it's 100% meant to be like she's holding a fucking dildo, man. Like, Kusumer, we started with the Mario Lopez. Yes, we did. Bro, they're making her squeeze a potato. I'm going to show you just a shot of this. Look at this shit. She's holding a potato and she's squeezing a potato. Done. Closing this off. Jasmine Abdul for Senate says she's essentially just admitting that she developed an eating disorder out of a desire to please people, and her stans are still taking clips from this exact scene just to go like, yes, Ariana, you look so good, slay queen. It's like, y'all who aren't fucking getting it. So yeah, so this person, I guess, is a Ariana Grande fan, says, people are dumb as fuck. If you watch the video, you'll see this scene comes directly after she tries auditioning as herself and they tell her to lose weight. She's purposely trying to look skinnier for the casting team. Yes, but she also looks this skinny in real life. She's also skinny in real life. It's not like she wore a costume where they used VFX to make her look skinnier. She actually looks like this in real life, so you shouldn't be celebrating this. You people are dumb. If you watch the video, you'll understand that this scene comes after they told her to lose weight. What's wrong? And it's got 8K likes. 8K likes. Someone says no one is capable of purposely making themselves this malnourished. No matter the context, she is still creating this video and posting it to the internet where she has a young demographic. It's not okay. Regardless of how much she weighs, she is posing in a way here to accentuate her ribs, proving to the casting team that she lost weight to make them happy. But it's never enough for them. Yeah, we want her to gain weight. We want her to gain weight. Okay? Fucked up. Idiots, dude. Idiot fans. More crazy fans. This is a crazy response. Like, what are any of us doing right now? So this person says, oh my fucking god, shut the fuck up. She needs help. All you're doing is helping her die faster by pretending people aren't majorly concerned for her instead of hating on her. Buffy's response says, you're morbidly obese, bitch. You're a cheeseburger away from a food coma. Stop speaking on her. What the fuck? Stop speaking on her. Holy shit, dude. Like, it's just some fucking concern. And then, I don't know who this is. Jamila Jamil? Who's Jamila Jamil? Some kind of celebrity, some kind of of big time like influencer. So she left a comment under Ariana's or under Charlie Howard. She shared this tweet, shared this comment. Who's, can someone tell me who's Jamila Jamil? She's the one on the left. And says, this poor woman is possibly dying right in front of us. This outfit is designed to accentuate the thinness for discourse. Her team are thoroughly irresponsible for not guiding her away from this deeply damaging image for her young fans to see so glamorized. So Jamila Jamil, Artful says she's an actress. Thank you, Artful. So she's an actress. So finally, you have someone, a public figure, like not all of us peasants. They're not going to listen to us peasants, you know, us simple fans. But an actress, a fellow fucking actor, someone who's in the industry, a peer of Ariana Grande is like, listen, man, this poor woman is possibly dying right in front of our eyes. This outfit is designed to accentuate the thinness for discourse. Her team are thoroughly irresponsible for not guiding her away from this deeply damaging image for a young fan to see so glamorized. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. W's in the chat for Jamila Jamil. By the way, Jamila Jamil means beautiful, beautiful. Like, or Jamila is beautiful for a female, Jamile, and Jamil is beautiful in the masculine. Hey dal shab Jamil. So if you're calling a guy beautiful, you say Jamil. If you're calling a woman beautiful, you say Jamile or Jamila. So the fact that she's called Jamila Jamil, she's basically called beautiful, beautiful. But the first beautiful is in female, in the feminine connotation, and Jamil. Jamil is also a first name. So there's a lot of Arab men called Jamil. And there's some women called Jamila, but I've never seen anyone called Jamila Jamil. Beautiful, beautiful. It's kind of funny. Warwick says she is indeed beautiful, so it is fitting. Yeah, she does. She looks like a very pretty woman, so definitely, you know. Must be Arab, I guess. Jamila Jamil. Okay, so that's what she said, but she doubled down. So they say Jamila Jamil doubles down on her stance regarding Ariana Grande's appearance after receiving backlash for initial comments on Ariana Grande possibly dying and even using her own battle with anorexia to support her view. So she left a big comment right here. We're going to read it off of the tweet because it's slightly bigger. She says, I said possibly, my God, and my point stands that this is deeply irresponsible for all the people involved to deliver this aesthetic as glamorous to the many billions of girls and women consuming this imagery. Trying to use this as a bitch fight is disgusting and missing the point. Making you part of the problem. I feel extremely bad for Ariana having almost died of anorexia myself, and it was only due to the people around me intervening insensitively once I willfully ignored and sort of enjoyed their careful concern that I survived. I don't know Ariana and pray she recovers. I don't think she's in the comment sections of tiny posts, but young girls watching are, and we need to signal to them that this is not the time to pretend this is okay, just because we shouldn't talk about other people's bodies. This is the same imagery we are allowed to respond to with sadness and horror when it's on a child in Gaza. Oh, you guys aren't even reading it. Let's fucking go. She's bringing up Gaza too. This is the same imagery we are allowed to respond to with sadness and horror when it's on a child in Gaza. She's talking about the famine in Gaza. We do not pretend then that it is not appropriate to comment on how thin they are. We don't have to pretend we are blind because it's a pop star. Everyone is killing her by normalizing this. Silence is complicity when it gets this far. Look at Karen Carpenter. The accentuating of the thinness with the outfit is how we can guess this is likely not some physical ailment. This is a statement, one that can harm little girls everywhere, which I don't think she would ever want for them. Are we waiting for a star to die before we admit the beauty standard is out of control? Yo, fucking crazy, man. She really is doubling down, dude. She's like, fuck it. I don't give a shit. 36K likes. Liked by the author. Dope. This is generally, this is fucking awesome from Jamila. And I think, I'm not sure if this is right, but she posted these on her stories, I guess. I don't know if this is accurate. It says the shrinking pop star situation is something of a trolley problem. If we comment on her body, we could harm her mental health, which would be awful and nobody wants that. If we don't comment on her body, we run the risk of normalizing that image to hundreds of millions of teenage girls, kids, and even impressionable adults consuming her content. Content which is pointedly accentuating her bones and tiny frame with belts and corsets. I think it's worth considering that the pop star in question has access to a lot of mental health care and the best facilities on the planet, whereas the fans watching largely don't. Many have no support system equipped to handle the deadly clutches of anorexia. Her most recent images are flooding pro-anorexia websites, and teenage girls are saying goals. When will it be time to intervene as a public and stop normalizing, glamorizing, and on some occasions championing this? When we lose a young woman in the public eye? Sending everyone love, and if you're triggered or inspired by imagery of skin and bones on your favorite pop star, please have a look at the work of Netta or Alliance Forced. Alliance Ford. Anorexia is the #1 killer of any mental health disorder. If we can stop it at the root for teenagers, we can save lives, because once it takes hold, it's unbelievably hard to shake. And the health implications are horrific. I'm 10 years recovered, and I'm 10 years recovered this year, and still fixing what broke from sustained malnutrition. You are not alone. Sending my deepest sympathy to anyone struggling with this in front of the public. It's a nightmare. Dude, this person, she should become the spokesperson for like anorexia. She's making such great points. Artful Decadent says Ariana needs to want help, otherwise not much will work. Oh, absolutely. It's impossible to help someone that doesn't want the help. So hopefully she can see it. Now, I'm kind of being concerned, like when they're saying like they're accentuating, or she's accentuating her thinness on purpose. Like, I don't know how much of creative control Ariana has on her music video and on her appearance. Maybe it's full. Maybe, you know, she has a publicist and a fashion, you know, someone who dresses her and stuff. But yeah, she needs to wake up. It needs to come from her. You know, her team can tell her, hey, well, you need help. We want to try to help you. You maybe need to gain some weight. They can say that all they want. They can say that till they're blue in the face, right? If she's not going to listen, and if she doesn't want to get better, then she's not going to get better. Unless they grab her by force and, you know, take her to like a rehab center or a nutrition facility or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, getting back to this. So Ariana will be taking a step back from visibility after she completes the Eternal Sunshine Tour. I think she should cancel the tour, but okay. She looks forward to finishing the tour and ending it on a high note, both healthily and happily, and then taking a much deserved... But she wants to end it healthily. As if they're saying, like, she's healthy. Don't worry. She's not healthy, man. She's not healthy. Okay? The people want her to be healthy. What you call public scrutiny is your failure. So... insane. But anyways, what do you guys think in the chat? Are we being unfair towards Ariana? Are we being right, logical, you know? I think she's suffering for no reason. Okay, quick. We're gonna take a little... No. Fucking copyright. Little Jimothy break, but it's not the Jimothy break that you guys think. I've had so much Jimothy content that I wanted to show, then I just stopped because I wasn't streaming enough. But there's just one little thing that I saw that was fucking crazy about Jimothy. They're like, they're gonna euthanize him. I'm like, what? What euthanasia? Okay, you know what? Let me... Oof, there's so much. Okay, we're gonna skip the IDF selfies. And we're gonna skip straight to H3 because stream might be going a bit long. Open up links. Open up. I might need to take a piss too. I am gonna go take a pee. I'll be right back, guys. A little pee. A little pee. A wee pee. My cookie, you want to say hello? They can't hear you. Say it louder. Machuki-san. Machuki-san. Machuki. 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 Look at that pretty face. Okay. Let's go, Chuki. Let's go, Chuki. Mata wants to say hello. Yep, nope. Nata was not coming. Nata was laying on the ground. If you try to pick her up while if she's sitting or standing, you can pick her up easy. If she's laying on her side, if you try to touch her, she will fucking bite you, scratch you. So she was laying on her side. I tried. She was like, yeah, like, all right. You don't need to come. Say hello. Maki's hello is enough. Nata's in no mood, folks. She's in no mood. Okay, so quick Jimothy comments that I want to make. Because I saw a tweet that like disturbed the living shit out of me today. And I'm like, why? What is it with Americans and euthanizing animals? So first of all, here's Jimothy as an adorable little baby. Let's just watch that. Look at him with his mama. He's a small little baby. She's helping him walk. She's like, oh, let me hold you. Let me clean you. He's got some. She's carrying him. Oh my God! Look at her. She's carrying a little mama. She's a little tiny little body, dude. He's a little brother. Is that your little brother or sister? Ya Allah. Look, Allah. He's too. I can't. He doesn't get old. He's so fucking adorable, man. Look at her. She's just grabbing him, and he's so small he could fall and tip over because he's such a little ball. So she's like, "Let me carry you over the path. You're so small, little baby." You little baby. Look at little Jimothy, you little angel. You little angel. The untold hero in Jimothy's story is his mother. So look at how protective she is. She's protecting little Jimothy. Protecting little Jimothy. Man with long last name says no touching them. People will touch the animals without washing their hands in between, which leads to outbreaks and forces them into quarantine. Well, yeah. So Jimothy's success is basically making people do extremely irresponsible things because now they're trying to put out food for him to come out. They can take pictures with him. Someone left milk, which is like toxic for. They can't digest milk. Raccoons can't digest this stuff. So. Like, people can't see, you know, a little cute animal and leave him alone. Like, just, if you ever come across Jimothy in Seattle, then you've come across him. You've come across a legendary Pokemon. Then you can take a picture. Don't try to create situations to get Jimothy to where you are so you can get footage or a viral video or a viral, like, what the fuck? Just leave the guy alone. Look at this. Look at this. He's doing backflips. People said he's doing karate. Look at this. Yeah, Allah, look at him. He's so flexible. Sweet little baby. Okay, so here's the concern. Where is it? So someone, look at that. Look at this. It says, okay, so someone says, update on Jimothy. A friend just sent me a photo of herself giving Jimothy some milk tonight. She just wants him to stay healthy. And then readers added some context. This is a community note. It says, raccoons like Jimothy are lactose intolerant and cannot properly digest cow's milk, which can cause diarrhea and dehydration. Wildlife experts recommend against feeding wild raccoons. So these idiots now, so desperate to get a picture, anything with Jimothy, are literally putting up milk, cow's milk for him to like fucking eat and potentially die from. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? What the fuck is wrong with people? I'm like, okay, you put out this post, someone can say something on Twitter like, hey, don't give them milk. is the whole population of Seattle going to see this? Does everyone in Seattle now know not to put out milk for raccoons? Like, there needs to be some kind of a PSA. On like the news, make sure to spread it everywhere. Like, hey, leave this guy alone. So this person quote tweets and says, okay, so we're just fucking poisoning Jimothy now. Great. And this is, okay, this is what I found crazy. Jez says Jimothy's popularity is likely going to get him euthanized. Why the fuck is it going to get him euthanized? That's what I don't understand. Maybe accidentally killed. Maybe someone's going to poison him or something. But like, why is the American government going to decide to euthanize him? Like, Americans love this shit. I watched the show My Cat from Hell with Jackson Galaxy. He goes home and he helps people with violent cats, right? They're all like, if we can't save little Pickles, we're going to have to put him down. Like, why are you going to have to put him down? Give him to someone else. Try to fucking change your lifestyle and make sure that your cat isn't going crazy because of something that you're doing. They're like, if we can't help Pickles, we're going to have to put him down. Like, why are you going to have to put him down? Because you're a lazy fucking cat owner? Because you're a shitty fucking cat dad or cat mom that you don't know how to raise an animal? That you want to fucking kill the animal because it's not acting the way you want? What is this? Who gave people the right to euthanize animals? We have too many animals in the pound. We got to put them down. Americans, I'm sorry, like, there are so many American like plots and movies and TV shows of an animal that's about to get euthanized, so it's like, let's go quickly, they're gonna kill him. What is it with Americans and euthanizing animals? Keep it in your fucking pants, you fucking sickos. So what the fuck? Jimothy's popularity is likely going to get him euthanized? Why the fuck is anyone going to euthanize him? It says people are starting to corner him and traumatize him so they can get a photo with him and leaving food out in hopes of coaxing him out. Okay, this is all terrible, all horrible, which attracts more wild animals that get subjected to people's phones and need for hits of dopamine. Peanut the squirrel went viral and ended up euthanized. So did Fred the raccoon. True love. Why did they get... Who euthanized the squirrel for being popular? What the fuck kind of logic is that? I understand it. Don't feed him. Don't try to corner him for pictures. All of that should be like fucking illegal. You should be fined. You should go to jail. You should go to fucking jail for doing that. But like, we now have to euthanize him. He's too popular. We got to put him down. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, man with long last name says a dog does one bite and it's the death penalty. It's crazy. It's crazy. My dad, once in the States, there was a homeless man with a dog. My dad was just like walking by and like he pet the dog. The dog kind of bit my dad. And my dad had to go get like tetanus shots. He had to do this whole thing. And they're like, you have to tell us where the man was because we have to go see the dog. And we got to see if the dog has, and if the dog has rabies or something, we're going to have to put the dog down or something. And like my dad like pretended like not to know where he's like, I don't know where it was. Like, we can't find him or whatever the fuck. Because he knew he's like, the dog didn't have anything. He just looked like, he just like got startled by my dad. But it's like, we got to put him down. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it. Why did they put down Fred or Peanut the squirrel? Why did they put down Fred the raccoon? What is this fucking craziness? The fuck is this? True love for wild animals means leaving them the fuck alone. I agree. I can think of 100 fucking things that you can do to help Jimothy and not euthanize him. How about put out a PSA? Hey, if you see this raccoon, leave him alone. Hang billboards around the whole fucking city. Put out TV ads, social media ads. Educate people on how to treat animals. Maybe some kind of a shelter can adopt them and keep him there for a little while until the hype dies down, then let him back out. Maybe he can live, because I read online that raccoons live to be 1 to 3 years old in the wild. They live to be 1 to 3 years old in the wild, which is so fucking short, but they can live up between 15 to 20 years in captivity. Fuck it, let's start keeping them in captivity. Shit, 1 to 3 years in the wild, because they're either going to be eaten by a predator, get hit by a car, get some kind of disease. That sounds like shit. Someone rescue Jimothy, give him a safe home, let him live for 20 fucking years. What the fuck? I don't understand this whole thing of like, Jimothy's popularity is likely going to get him euthanized. Why would they euthanize a popular animal? Why would they do that? What the fuck? Just have a PSA, a massive PSA. Make sure it blows up everywhere. Everyone in Seattle fucking knows. If you see this animal, like consider this animal like a protected species. Pretend he's a bald eagle. Don't get near him. He's endangered. Keep him safe. Let him eat his food. Let him, you know, maybe they can build little shelters around Seattle for raccoons to go spend some time and away from people. Crazy, man. We need to euthanize Jimothy. What the? I just read that and was like, what the fuck, man? This is crazy. I even put out a tweet. I'm like, what is it with Americans and like killing animals, man? I was like, what is it with Americans and euthanizing animals? I can think of 100 different solutions other than killing Jimothy. What the fuck? I just find, yeah, it's fucking disturbing. Disturbing shit to me. You know? Philo says he's with Harambe now. Who's with Harambe? Jimothy's still alive. Yeah, did we look? I think, did I show you guys the Mexican version of Jimothy? He's a little doggy.
Hola, Marcia. Un saludo al grupo de la calle 11, le está dando la mano. ¿Cómo estás, Marcia?
Little Marcia.
Tío Vano que saluda a Marcio, dígale sí.
Little innocent baby. Oh.
Estamos buscando a alguien que la adopte.
Yeah, Allah, cute little baby. So compact and so small. Who wants to be carried? Who wants a little hug? Who's a good little doggy? Who's a good little doggy? Oh my god, he's so cute. She's so cutie. Yeah, Allah, you're such a baby.
Hola,
You're such a
Marcia.
little baby girl. You're such a little baby girl. Okay, so we saw Tilly the friendly oaf. We watched some videos of her. Look at this guy. His name is Quasimodo, Quasi the Great. I don't know if that's a great name for him, but look, he's such a little loaf. He's such a little loaf as well. Look at this little bastard. He's so cute. He's so cute. But anyways, yeah, I just saw the euthanizing thing. I was like, what the fuck? Why'd you want to euthanize him? Okay, to everyone, we're getting to the H3 content, okay? Philos Fem 99, finally. Sorry, real quick. One sec, just answering Demi. I have an old video about Mark Ribier that just got demonetized. No! Okay, guys. We're going to talk about the very confusing lawsuit situation about Ethan. I mean, I don't think it's as confusing. It seemed more confusing online. I did do some full disclosure. I went and I asked ChatGPT a couple of questions because I couldn't get any straight answers from anywhere. And I wasn't going to go ask Anissa or iDubbbz. I don't want to ask them annoying questions like this. I just want to ask them questions about their lives. Are they doing okay? How are they? I don't want to ask them about content. Like, hey, what about this lawsuit so I can make a video about it? I don't want to be that fucking guy, okay? I already feel like I only ever reach out to iDubbbz about like, hey, do you want to like join in for this fundraiser or something like that? I just want to talk to them normally about normal people things. I don't want to have to bring up Ethan Klein when I talk to them. Like, that is kind of a rule that I'm trying to apply in my life. So I am friends with them. I could theoretically ask them on the side, like, hey, what's going on? Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. But I just don't want to bother anyone with this kind of stuff. So I tried to figure it out by myself. So Ethan Klein, a month ago, you know, a few months ago, he announced that he was suing iDubbbz for his stream where he had posted Destiny's comment. It was Destiny's comment about Ethan Klein being a pedophile and molesting his own kids. iDubbbz literally just put that on the screen for a little bit, talked about like, why does Ethan have so much smoke for every other creator online, but no smoke. He's not suing Destiny, who said this, probably the most horrific thing that anyone has said about Ethan Klein online. Destiny said it. And instead, he was suing all these other people for all these other random things. And then he decided to sue iDubbbz for just showing the message that Destiny wrote and having it up on his stream while he live streamed. Then iDubbbz put out a very sincere apology on his YouTube channel, which Ethan watched, reacted to on his channel, and then left a comment under iDubbbz's video saying, let me see if I can find that picture somewhere. I have it open somewhere. We got so many things open here.
Ian says the lawsuit has not been dropped, confirms court dates, deadline have been set.
Sorry,
Ethan then
shut up, man. Here's the message that Ethan wrote at the bottom of that video. He said, "Hi, Ian. I appreciate the thoughtful apology. It means a lot. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit entirely." Sounds pretty cut and dry, right? I've instructed my lawyers to drop the lawsuit entirely. So, 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry. It kind of throws me off when people message me when I'm streaming. Gotta turn my phone away and not look. Okay. 1 second. All right. Marina says, did you hear about Shuru Sunshine divorce party? Yeah, we're doing a whole Dr. Food episode, Marina. We're trying to figure it out. Thank you so much for the dono. We're trying to figure out a date for the Dr. Food episode. Might be this Thursday. It's going to be a full-on throwback episode to the Lebanese stuff, Dr. Food and Shuru jail and divorce episode. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. We're going to talk. We've definitely heard of the divorce. It's crazy, folks. The Dr. Food stuff is going crazy. Also, just before we get into this, Ethan Klein shared this tweet on his Instagram stories about Hasan saying that the US and Israel were behind the immigration situation around Morocco and Spain, which everyone agrees it is Israel definitely doing this. They're all celebrating it. All the Israeli leaders and influencers online are like, oh, what about a two-state solution with Morocco? Spain? Really stupid. So Ethan says that Hasan has Israel derangement syndrome, like people that say that people have Trump derangement syndrome, which is a Republican talking point. Look, all these people are they just have Trump derangement syndrome. Well, now it's apparently Israel derangement syndrome. Which is ironic coming from Ethan Klein, who is fucking obsessed with Hasan Piker, who, how many Instagram stories about Hasan Piker did he post on his, on his Instagram, for months and months and months, over a year. And like 1 month, he posted like 400 stories about Hasan Piker, which is fucking insane. One sec. So, okay, yes. You know what? This segment needs just give me one minute break. Let me see. Does the break button work? Okay. Back. I'm going to start it over. Artful says Jim would have loved Jimothy. Oh, absolutely. Okay, we're going to start over. We're going to start the segment over. Give me a second. You know what? Just give me a second. Fuck you guys. It's been a long fucking day. Unbearable heat. Gotta take a spoonful of honey while smoking a cigarette. Makes no sense. There we go. Honey before and after the smoking, guys. Have to crack a window. Now it's going to undo all of the... Just want a couple puffs of this. Not going to finish the whole thing. Just to start it fresh, because I don't like interrupting myself while I talk. Damn, almost 3 hours already, dude. Jesus Christ. Okay. Ethan Klein's lawsuit against iDubbbz. So 2 months ago, Ethan Klein announced that he was suing iDubbbz for posting a comment that Destiny wrote in his own Discord, calling Ethan a pedophile that molests his own kids. iDubbbz did a stream for like 30 minutes, had the tweet or had the comment up while he streamed, and he just questioned, hey, why is Ethan suing all these other people? Why does Ethan have so much smoke for pro-Palestine content creators that have said nothing about him or his family, yet seems to have nothing but grace and appreciation and love for Destiny, a man who said that Ethan Klein is a pedophile that molests his own kids? iDubbbz, then Ethan decides to sue iDubbbz for that live stream. iDubbbz puts out a sincere apology on his YouTube channel, which Ethan puts this comment to. Hi, Ian. I appreciate the thoughtful apology. It means a lot. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit entirely. Okay? But yesterday, or 2 days ago, sorry, 2 days ago, July 31st, we find out that Ethan actually hasn't dropped the lawsuit against iDubbbz. Let's see what iDubbbz had to say about it.
Yes, I do have important news. I'm going to try to be as candid about this as possible. I have my points written down in front of me. So here is the news. Here's the important news. Number one, Ethan Klein has not dropped the lawsuit. Number two, we've been actively dealing with it for the past couple of months. Number three, I'm bringing it up now because now we have court dates, basically. And so, you know, it's becoming a lot more real. I'm not particularly surprised. The important news. Number one, Ethan Klein has not dropped the lawsuit. Number two,
not dropped the lawsuit, where here it says, I appreciate the thoughtful apology. It means a lot. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit. Now, that caused a lot of confusion online. And like, okay, how does it work in Canada? If someone drops a lawsuit, is there another document that's like filed that someone needs to sign? Like, is it not dropped automatically? Like, what happens? What is the process to drop a lawsuit? That's what was confusing me the most.
Two, we've been actively dealing with it for the past couple of months. Number three, I'm bringing it up now because now we have court dates, basically. And so, you know, it's becoming a lot more real. I'm not particularly surprised, but I am disappointed. There really isn't much else I can say about the matter right now because, you know, it's legal. It's legal. So
and like that's why I don't want to ask them questions about this as well. Like, hey, like it's legal stuff. They don't want to talk about it, and I don't want to get them in any more trouble. I don't want them to share something that maybe, you know, it's supposed to be in confidence that I end up like slips out of my mouth while I'm live, which has happened before, which might happen again. So I don't want to put anyone in any situation where I can get them in trouble for something that I've said on the show that could affect them legally. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, we're going to keep pushing on. That doesn't change anything here. For the rest of the stream, I am going to be doing what we normally do. So yeah, that is it. I'm not going to be answering any questions in chat related to it.
So again, so we learned 3 things.
Number 2. So here is the news. Here's the important news. Number 1, Ethan Klein has not dropped the lawsuit.
So the lawsuit has not been dropped. It has not been dropped, at least not as has been described, right?
Number 2, we've been actively dealing with it for the past couple of months.
So they've been still, like, when someone drops a lawsuit against you, you would assume that the person doesn't have to deal with that anymore. It's dropped. It's done. He's instructed his lawyers, hey guys, stop it. Let the court know we're done. It's over. Bye-bye. Doesn't seem to be the case here, right? He's still dealing with it.
Number 3, I'm bringing it up now because now we have court dates, basically. And so, you know, it's becoming a lot more real.
So now they have to appear in court. They have to go to court. And by the way, if they're dealing with this for the past couple of months, that means their lawyers aren't doing this for free. They're still having to pay lawyers and paying lawyer fees and doing all this sort of shit instead of just being like, hey, lawsuit's done. Ethan accepted the apology, thanked iDubbbz for the gracious apology. Thank you. I'm going to instruct my lawyers. Everyone thought, okay, seems to be done. Now, of course, this came after a lot of public scrutiny, after Moist Critical, the king of the normies, the king of fence sitting, actually criticized Ethan and was like, why is he so lawsuit happy? Why is this guy suing every single creator on the face of the earth, especially like iDubbbz, who hasn't done anything to harm Ethan, who okay, he did rebroadcast that comment, but to a modest-sized audience, nothing like Destiny's audience. When Ethan talked about iDubbbz's, when Ethan talked about Destiny's comment, he gave it so much more visibility than iDubbbz ever gave it. So who's responsible for spreading it? If anyone, Ethan should sue Destiny, who made the fucking claim, or himself for spreading it to way more people, because his podcast gets hundreds of thousands of views, you know? 400K if they're lucky, compared to the 1.5 million they used to get. So that was just very confusing. Aitor says, Anthony, don't use AI, and if you need to use Chinese models, the environment is less polluted and there's no interest in setting up servers for private countries. Guys, I never use AI. I'm not using I'm not like generating any images. I'm literally asking ChatGPT just a couple of questions, very specific questions, because I don't want to use it. I hate using it. So I don't use AI. This isn't the Hank Green situation. This was just something where I literally couldn't find anyone. I don't know any Canadian lawyers, and I don't know any Canada law experts. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to ask ChatGPT. If you don't want to hear what ChatGPT said, you can tune out. I'll tell you guys when it's happened. But like, I work in movies and in TV. AI is my biggest enemy. So you don't need to tell me. We still make all our thumbnails handmade. Mwah. Occasionally, if it's something this obscure, like Canadian defamation law and how dropping a lawsuit works in Canada, I had to get some answers from somewhere. So, you know, but we don't use AI over here. I've made my stance against AI very clear. Chris sent a $2 donut, says, Ethan is such a nemesis. Ooh, what are you saying? That's so mean to Marina. Yeah, Chris, thank you for the donut, Chris.
I'm not particularly surprised, but I am disappointed. There really isn't much else I can say about the matter right now because, you know, it's legal.
So yeah, fair enough. Then Anissa, I kind of retweeted what Anissa had said, and I was like, yeah, Ethan obviously isn't going to drop the lawsuits, blah, blah, blah. He wants just more views because his views are tanking. And I had a bunch of people saying what this person is telling me. Dicker's proving once again that he doesn't know how law works and that you can't just drop a lawsuit like you can in America. So the argument from H3 fans like, well, you can't just drop a lawsuit in Canada. There's more procedures that happen. You can't just drop a lawsuit. He was replying to Dickers. So Dickers had said, Ethan responds to not dropping the iDubbbz lawsuit like he said he would. He's likely hoping to bind iDubbbz with a non-disparagement like he has done with others before, Casey Tron, Noah Sampson. And this person's like, yeah, Dicker's proving once again that he doesn't know how law works and that you can't just drop a lawsuit like you can in America. Then he shares this piece from some research as discontinuance and withdrawal. After you start a proceeding, you may decide that you no longer wish to continue the action against one or more of the parties. This is called discontinuance. Similarly, if you have been sued and you filed the appropriate documents to defend the proceeding, you may decide to withdraw your response. This is called withdrawal. Discontinuances and withdrawals apply to both proceedings started by notice of civil claim and to proceedings started by a petition. They also apply to counterclaims and third-party proceedings. I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't make things any clearer at all. But Anissa quote tweets Dickers and says, you can, in fact, just drop a lawsuit here in Canada. So what is important to know is that you can just drop a lawsuit, which doesn't involve more mediation, which doesn't involve agreeing to some kind of settlement agreement. But what seems to be the case here is that Ethan is willing to drop the lawsuit, but there has to be some kind of settlement agreement. He's going for some kind of a settlement. That is what is made clear here. Okay? So this is done here. Now, then this person who's a hater says that iDubbbz has now changed his mind or changed his tune, and this is what he's saying now, which I think caused a bit of a confusion.
Yesterday's announcement, there's been a lot of chatter online, so I did want to just clear up what seems like a misunderstanding that some people might have. Basically, in relation to the Ethan lawsuit stuff, it is our application to enforce.
So he says it's our application to enforce. So I heard this. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. What is an application to enforce? Application to enforce what? Who filled this application?
And if the judge does not side with us, then the lawsuit continues.
So it's an application to enforce, but to enforce what? So I'm guessing, did Ethan file an application to enforce the settlement? So like, who filed that application? You know, and it's to enforce what? Because Ethan had asked for an apology. iDubbbz delivered a brilliant apology, which Ethan accepted and was like, perfect, thank you, dropping the lawsuit. So what is he trying to enforce? The apology already happened. So what is this extra? Why are they having to do more work? Why are they still having to pay their lawyers? Why do they have a court date coming up? What's going on? Sunflower Dragon sends a $5 dono. Thank you so much, Sunflower Dragon. And says, Ethan's addy can file a notice of discontinuance, closing the case, but doesn't appear to want to. So Ethan can file a notice of discontinuance to close the case, but he doesn't appear to want to. Okay, so it seems like that's not what he filed, right? Yeah, he did not. He hasn't filed for discontinuance. Oh, Nimbus means a weasel? Really? I didn't know that.
That's basically the... it is our application to enforce, and if the judge does not side with us, then the lawsuit off. The Ethan lawsuit stuff. It is our application to enforce, and if the judge does not side with us, then the lawsuit continues. That's basically the way to understand it.
Yeah, so if a lawsuit still has a way to continue, that doesn't mean it was dropped, right? Because imagine the plaintiff, if Ethan actually wanted to drop the lawsuit, he's like, hey, tells the courts, I want to drop the lawsuit. Why is there now a responsibility on the defendants to prove that they've met all the, like, they have to now satisfy the judge? But why? The guy who was suing them doesn't want to sue them anymore. So unless the guy who's suing them is asking for more than just an apology, wants some kind of settlement, maybe some kind of non-disparagement, why does the judge even have to choose whether he sides with iDubbbz or whether he's siding with Ethan? So clearly, this is what I'm understanding, is that Ethan has made more demands. There's more in there than just the apology. Is it a non-disparagement? Does he want some kind of financial benefit from iDubbbz? Does he want iDubbbz to delete a certain video? Like, hey, you know what? I want you to delete the content cop, and then I'll fully drop it. You need to delete the content cop about me. You need to, and agree to never talk about me ever again in your life. Then I'll drop the lawsuit. Well, that's very different than dropping a lawsuit. That's very different than me like, hey, iDubbbz, if you apologize, then I'll drop the lawsuit. iDubbbz apologizes. Ethan acknowledges that apology, says, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you for the sincere apology. I'm instructing my lawyers to drop the lawsuit entirely. Here it is again. Hi, Ian. I appreciate the thoughtful apology. It means a lot. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit entirely. Okay. This doesn't sound like you've done that.
That's like the simplest terms I could put it in, so that people can understand.
I think he made it a bit more confusing, to be honest, because he said it's our application to enforce, which I found a bit confusing. Sunflower Dragon sends another $5 donation. Sunflower Dragon's out here educating us. Says, if the defendant filed a counterclaim, the discontinuance might not automatically end their claim. They can choose to proceed with it separately. This is also confusing. If the defendant filed a counterclaim, but I don't think they would. Like, if Ethan just dropped the lawsuit, why would iDubbbz file anything to... iDubbbz is probably just happy, like, okay, fuck, it's done, it's over. So why would they file anything else? If the defendant filed a counterclaim, the discontinuance might not automatically end with their claim. They can choose to proceed with it separately. This means it could be Ian's claim, Sunflower Dragon says. This means it could be Ian's. So Ian is making... I saw something online that said, like, so if Ian is maybe trying to recover some lawyer fees, he might be filing some kind of a thing. That's why it's so confusing. It's so confusing. I'll try to get to it in a second. I think you can tell that his chat's like, what's going on? It's look, legal matters are so, they're already confusing. You know what I mean?
Yo, what up, Moses?
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that's like Moses as in Ethan's not stepbrother, brother-in-law. Okay, so Sunflower Dragon says Ian may have already filed a counterclaim. Okay, so Ian might have filed a counterclaim before Ethan decided to drop the suit. So now Ian has to drop his counterclaim. But if the main lawsuit has been dropped, I guess that doesn't mean that the counterclaim is automatically dropped. Now, Ian has to prove to the courts that, like, yeah, okay, I'm also done. Could that be it as well? We'll see. Anissa then shares this video that Leia Sapienti shared and says, I'm so worried about people's comprehension. It's our application to uphold the agreement to drop the suit, which he is saying wasn't good enough. Okay, so let's see if this makes a bit more sense. It's our application to uphold the agreement to drop the suit, which he is saying wasn't good enough. It's our application to uphold the agreement to drop the suit. Okay, so Ethan believes that their application to uphold the agreement isn't good enough. She says, we're going to court over it. It's not over. If the judge sides with Ethan, we have to continue. He's saying it isn't good enough that he is in this sentence, meaning Ethan wasn't satisfied, just to extra clarify. Okay, so Anissa says he is saying isn't good enough. The he in the sentence, meaning Ethan, wasn't satisfied. So Ethan wasn't satisfied with the application to uphold the agreement. What is the agreement? I guess this is where maybe Ethan was looking for some kind of settlement. Maybe there was this other agreement that was made, some kind of a settlement agreement. Like, okay, I know I said that you have to apologize and I'll drop the suit, but I want a little bit more from you. I want this, this, and that. So iDubbbz had to file this agreement. And then Ethan's like, well, that's not what I asked for. I wanted more. I wanted you to delete the video. I wanted non-disparagement, but you don't seem to be agreeing to this. You refused to delete your content, cop. You refused to sign the non-disparagement side. So I'm not happy with that. And we need to go to court over it and fight over it. This might be what is happening here. Here is the queen of fair use, Dems.
Speculation. There's
from Clipping Wings.
I personally think what happened was Ethan miscalculated. This is just my speculation. There's no basis for this. I'm just saying my opinion. I think Ethan miscalculated how bad the Moist Critical video was going to make him look. And then he decided, well, let me seem reasonable and say, well, if he apologized, I would drop it. I'm a reasonable person. He even explicitly said, I don't want to be the guy who sues people. I don't even want to be that guy. It's like, you made
too late
an announcement video where you started smoking cigars by burning dollars, by burning dollar bills, fake or real, and then bragging about how you can't wait to make so much money for your lawyer. What do you mean you don't want to be the guy who sues people? You made an entire video talking about how excited you were to be suing people into poverty. I think he also didn't expect Ian to apologize. So when he apologized, he was like,
yeah, that's such a good point, by the way. Like, I don't want to be the guy who sues people. Literally is gleefully lighting a cigar with a $100 bill. Like, yep, I'm just burning money and I don't give a shit how much it costs. I'm just going to sue these people.
Fuck. No, fuck.
So Sunflower Dragon says Ethan is trying to reach an agreement to drop the suit. An agreement was not mentioned when Ethan said he would drop the suit. Exactly. So that's kind of what we understand, right? Ethan said he would drop the suit. Now all of a sudden there's some kind of agreement that Ethan isn't satisfied with. So what the fuck is this agreement? What is this thing that is happening? So this is Lus, L-U-S. This is the pro-Ethan lawyer, the guy who's always licking Ethan's asshole, even released the whole video like, I don't care that everyone's turning on Ethan. I still support Ethan because I hate snark. Even that guy was like, okay, what the fuck is happening?
Ian says the lawsuit has not been dropped, confirms court dates, deadline have been set. Ethan then responds and says the lawsuit is stuck in settlement negotiations. I did not think they were doing settlement negotiations. I thought the structure would be more similar to Noah, where you just simply drop the lawsuit and that's that. Ethan, on this particular issue at this particular time, given all the facts that have come out, I would wish that Ethan would just simply drop it. Whatever the breach of contract is, if it's a small thing, just drop it. Ian said,
even pro Ethan Klein, even the pro H3 ass licker with zero charisma, with negative charisma, Lus is like, why doesn't he just drop the lawsuit? So I guess he's the biggest expert in the situation that we have. This guy, I don't know if he's a Canadian lawyer. This is his full video. Maybe it's worth watching his full video about the situation. But before we get to that, Ethan did drop some Instagram stories. This was while he was live. Actually, let's maybe watch his clip first. Where do I have the clip of Ethan? Because Ethan responds to this. Let's see where it is. There it is. Okay.
Oh, I guess I'll just comment on this because I see iDubbbz said, I am not dropping the lawsuit. And, well, listen, it's a bunch of technical bullshit. It's just we're in negotiating the terms of the settlement still.
So he's kind of saying it right there. We're negotiating the terms of the settlement. So Ethan went back on his word about dropping the lawsuit, because this is not dropping the fucking lawsuit, dude. There's a difference between I'm going to drop the lawsuit, thank you for the apology, appreciate you, we're done, thumbs up, versus, well, now we're negotiating the terms of the settlement. You know what keeps changing? This is like, and I saw a tweet. This is like, this is the most Israeli move ever. And this is just Israel derangement syndrome. Yeah, go fuck yourself. When Israel says, well, we want a ceasefire, we'll do a ceasefire, and then the next day they start bombing the living shit out of you. Israel had a ceasefire with Lebanon. They did 15,000 ceasefire violations in 15 months. That's about 1,000 a month. So this is a violation of the ceasefire agreement, because you can't trust an Israeli with anything, folks. You can't trust the Zionists with shit.
And that's it. I don't know. It's what it is. You know what I mean?
We don't know what it is. No, what do you mean?
Oh, I guess I'll just comment on this because I see iDubbbz said, I am not dropping the lawsuit. And, well, listen, it's a bunch of technical bullshit. It's just we're in negotiating the terms of the settlement still.
Okay, so that is very different. We're negotiating the terms of the settlement is very different than this.
That's it. I mean, that's pretty much it with the iDubbbz stuff. So,
by the way, shout out to Uma Palma, who's been doing some great fucking work on Twitter with a lot of their coverage. Also, I hopped into one of his streams not too long ago on Twitch. Good streamer, great content on Twitter.
You know, and GG, my attorney wanted to include like a non-disparagement and stuff, and I told them no. Nothing.
Just drop the suit. No non-disparagement. No settlements. Oh, really?
No non-disparagement. They can say anything they want about me. We can talk about each other. It's not about silencing him at all. But yeah, I made a point. I'm dropping it. He can continue to say whatever he wants about me, and I him.
So Sunflower says, dismissing a case and reaching a settlement are very different. In America, you can just dismiss. In Canada, you have to pay all legal fees and costs. That part probably surprised Ethan. Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
That's
because I did see that, like, they can apply to get some of their legal fees covered by Ethan if he's dropping the lawsuit. So that's what I was kind of confused. I was like, so did they apply it to something? But I don't think they would have. I think they would have just, like, you know, eaten the cost just to be done with this whole thing. And I think they know that if they tried to get money from Ethan to cover the lawyer fees, he would like see it as some kind of like an attack and like, oh my God, what are they doing? I'm suing you twice. I'm doubling up my my lawsuits now.
That's it. I mean, that's pretty much it with the iDubbbz stuff.
So he says, he said, my lawyer, Ron Barnasim, the settler lawyer, Ron Barnasim, wanted to add a non-disparagement. I said no, just drop it clean. Let them talk about me. Let them. So now what is Ethan asking for? Is he asking for some cash? Is Ethan asking iDubbbz to delete his content comp? Is Ethan now asking for a non-disparagement? What are these little details? What are these little things that are just hanging it all up, Ethan? I'd love to know.
And that's it. I don't know. It's what it is. You know what I mean? We're negotiating the terms of the it's a meeting about the settlement. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, but there was never supposed to be a settlement.
Right? So, whatever.
Haley says he's used to settling. Oh, yeah. They're very used to settlements, all sorts of settlements. When he does that, thinking like he's funny, like, you just look like an evil motherfucker, man, with that fucking stupid ass watch you're wearing, with that ugly ass fucking set behind you.
Anywho, said I am not dropping the lawsuit, and well, listen, it's a bunch of technical bullshit. It's just we're in negotiating the terms of the settlement still, and that's it. I don't know. It's what it is. You know what I mean? We're negotiating the terms of the it's a meeting about the settlement. That's it. That's all it is.
He's being so vague. He's being so vague because he knows he's going to look like a fucking asshole. He says, well, I'm not actually dropping the lawsuit. I actually just wanted to do a little settlement. He can't even fucking say it because he knows he's going to look like a fucking liar and a fucking asshole. Is H3 live right now? Oh, no, they're not yet, huh? Let's just see what their topic is going to be. Are they going to talk about this? Oh, they have an Andrew Tate episode coming up. Great. The 2019 content is coming with fury. Andrew Tate is losing it in jail. That's going to get the people back. That's going to get the clicks, Ethan. An Andrew Tate episode, of course. Good idea. So this was Anissa's tweet. We just saw Dems. And even Lus, even H3 superfan. So let's listen to what this guy said. H3 superfan, lawyer Lus. Let's put this as twice 2x speed because this motherfucker's boring as all shit.
Hey guys, so out of nowhere, it looks like Ian is still being sued by Ethan Klein.
So here is the news. Here's the important news. Number one, Ethan Klein has not dropped the lawsuit.
Now, upon initial assessment as to the apology, and then what acceptance of the apology, and even beyond that, the fact that Ethan Klein did drop his defamation lawsuit against Nour Samson, who didn't say as nice things and did not apologize in the least bit. If anything, Nour Samson doubled down. I assumed that what he did for Nour Samson, essentially just dropping the lawsuit, was what he was going to do for Ian or iDubbbz. Well, that's not what the case was. Ian says the lawsuit has not been dropped, confirms court dates deadline have been set. Ethan then responds and says the lawsuit is stuck in settlement negotiations. I did not think they were doing settlement negotiations. I thought the structure would be more similar to Noah, where you just simply drop the lawsuit and that's that. Ethan says Ian and Anissa do not uphold an agreement they already signed.
Yeah, so those are the Instagram stories. Let me read those in a bit more detail. So, iDubbbz lawsuit. On my one condition for totally dropping it is so laughably small and easy that you will realize that Ian and Anissa are just doing this for attention. So, okay, so this makes it very clear. It says, iDubbbz lawsuit. My one condition for totally dropping it so laughably small. So here he's adding he's altered the fucking deal. Have you guys seen Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back? When they're in Bespin, the Cloud City, and they're doing a deal. Was it Lando Calrissian made a deal to betray Han Solo and Leia with Darth Vader, and then he's like, but wait, you changed it. This wasn't part of the deal. I am altering the deal further. It's like, motherfucker, you can't when you tell someone, hey, apologize and I'm gonna drop the suit fully, the person apologizes, you then on 2 occasions say, hey, thank you for the apology, I am dropping the lawsuit entirely, both in written form and a fucking comment. This comment right here. Hi, Ian, I appreciate the thoughtful apology. It means a lot. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit entirely. And in video for me, like, it's done. It's perfect. We're dropping the lawsuit. My lawyer wants to add a non-disparagement. I refuse to. I don't want to do that. I'm such a nice guy. So it's happening. And now all of a sudden, iDubbbz lawsuit. My one condition for totally dropping it. So literally, he's like, so, okay, the apology was one thing, but if you really want me to drop the whole thing, I need one more thing from you. This is what's fucking happening here. This is so fucked up. What a fucking asshole. What a lying fucking asshole you are, you little fucking weasel. What a little weasel. What a motherfucker, dude. That's why no one fucking likes you. That's why the internet doesn't fucking like you. That's why even Moist Critical was like, this man's fucking crazy about lawsuits. Motherfucker, aren't you trying to like rehabilitate your image? Aren't you like, don't you know what's happening to you? Don't you see the views with your show? Like, don't you see what's happening? Why do you, who told you this is even a good idea? No one, even iDubbbz's biggest haters were against this fucking lawsuit. Like, why are you suing iDubbbz? Like, come on, dude. The dude said fucking nothing about you. He's fucking insane. So my one condition for totally dropping it is so laughably small and easy that you will realize that Ian and Anissa are just doing this for attention. I'm going to respect the Canadian legal system and not talk about the ongoing negotiations, but if you knew what I asked for, you would laugh at how silly it is. It's probably either non-disparagement or deleting the content cop or maybe making another video clarifying something. Who the fuck knows? Knowing Ethan, he likes to demean the people that he takes to court. The truth is, we already signed an agreement which they have reneged on and are trying to pull a fast one, so this hearing is for a judge to decide if they upheld their side of the agreement. They didn't. But motherfucker, the agreement wasn't supposed to exist. There was never supposed to be an agreement. What the fuck is this? And then, I guess this wasn't good enough for people. They were like, what the fuck are you talking about? So he put out a second story. He says, we have signed an agreement in place to drop the lawsuit. It's already done. They completely reneged, and now a judge will decide if they fulfilled it. Motherfucker, they already apologized. He apologized to you, and you said you were going to drop it. You motherfucker. You lying motherfucker. You sneaky little rat. What a sneaky little rat thing to do. We have signed the agreement in place to drop the lawsuit. It's already done. They completely reneged, and now a judge will decide if they fulfilled it. If the judge thinks they did not fulfill it, then they have to, and it's over. If the judge thinks they did fulfill it, then it's over. The lawsuit is virtually over no matter what the judge decides. So, okay, so if the judge thinks they did not fulfill it, then they have to fulfill it. Whatever Ethan's demand is, they have to fulfill it. And if the judge thinks they did fulfill it, then it's over. The lawsuit is virtually over no matter what the judge decides. That wasn't the fucking deal. That wasn't the fucking pitch, you lying fucker. The pitch was, apologize, I drop it. He did a sincere fucking apology, which you fucking reacted to on your channel and was like, this is so good. Great, thank you. And he said, oh, he even pinned my comment. How gracious. That's gracious of him. What did it take you? An afternoon back home with Eli? Be like, oh, you know, Ethan, that's not enough. They still made the content cup about you. Remember when they released it when you were live? Do you really just want to drop the lawsuit, Ethan? Come on. By the way, is Willie Mack coming over? I miss Willie Mack. The lawsuit is virtually over no matter what. They are being intentionally vague to make people think it's still going when it's basically already over. Again, this is an agreement that they've already signed, and it's over a matter that is for the good sake of everyone involved. It's not an apology or demand for money or anything. It's one tiny thing that they already signed and agreed to. What is this? Oh, but Mimosa sends 1880. Thanks so much, Mimosa. He says he literally has the Black Plague and still won't take it as a sign. I know, right? Thank you so much, Mimosa, for the generous donor. We very much appreciate you. It was very kind. So apparently they've already signed whatever demand, whatever settlement demand Ethan made. They made a document out of it, as is done, right? He's saying that Ian and Anissa signed it, or Ian. I don't know if Anissa's being sued as well. It might just be Ian. I think he's saying they signed it. Let's say Ian signed that agreement. Whatever Ethan demanded, whatever extra demands he made, I'm guessing iDubbbz was like, I don't want to fucking fulfill that. Like, that's fucked. I shouldn't even have to do that. He asked for an apology. I did the apology. He said he would drop it. He didn't fucking drop it. So now he's saying, so if the judge sides with me, it's still over, but Ian has to fulfill that thing that I asked for, which we don't know what it is. And if the judge agrees with iDubbbz, then it's fully over. But Ethan added one big step between the apology and dropping the lawsuit. He added a settlement agreement. This is what fucking happened. This is fucked up, man. It's kind of pissing me off. Let's go back to Lus.
resulting in the lawsuit continuing for the time being. Now, there are options to drop the claim in the Canadian court. Notice of withdrawal. Plaintiff can file this to notify the court that a settlement mediation took place.
Okay, also look, so options to drop a claim in Canadian court. Number 1, notice of withdrawal. Plaintiff can file this to notify the court that a settlement/mediation took place and will be handled as such.
It will be handled as such. Notice of discontinuance. Plaintiffs can file.
Okay, notice of discontinuance means a plaintiff can file this to notify the court they are dropping the claim against the defendant, but plaintiff may be responsible for defendant's attorney's fees. He definitely doesn't want this, right? He definitely doesn't want to pay for iDubbbz. He's like, wait, I was suing him. Now I have to pay for his attorney fees? Why am I going to get punished? So this is why he was like, ooh, I have to pay the attorney's fees. I don't want to have to do that. Let's do a notice of withdrawal and let's do some settlement. That way they have to, blah, blah, whatever. Right? Is he just trying to avoid paying iDubbbz's legal fees?
This to notify the court they are dropping the claim against the defendant, but plaintiff may be responsible for defendant's attorney fees. iDubbbz lawsuit, my one condition for totally dropping it, so laughably small and easy for you, will realize that Ian and Anissa are just doing this for attention. I'm going to respect the Canadian legal system and not talk about ongoing negotiations, but
respect the Canadian legal system. All this motherfucker did was make fun of Canada's legal system. Said it's so full of loopholes that I can actually sue him for this defamation thing, and this would never work in America because the Americans would never, like, you know, because it's clearly not defamation. Like, you could never do that in an American court of law, but in a Canadian court of law, he just made the Canadian legal system look horrible, and he was taking advantage of it.
If you knew what I asked for you would laugh at how silly it is. The truth is we already signed an agreement which they have reneged on and are trying to pull a fast one. So this hearing is for a judge to decide if they held their side of their agreement. They didn't. Now, the counter is Ian and Anissa doing this for more attention to help Ian's streamer career that's not going so well? Are they the ones drawing this out? Ethan's response to it was pretty interesting as well. He says that there is something.
Don't be talking about people's streaming careers not going well. Fucking lust, okay? Like, being a YouTube lawyer is like the easiest fucking thing, and even you're fucking struggling with this shit. Like, he's only surviving off of bricks and minifig stuff. And look at that. It's like the bricks and minifigs Bam stuff and Reckless Ben stuff is like the easiest way to get views. This motherfucker's getting 2K views on this shit. Nothing. He's still covering Frogan's lawsuit. Like, motherfucker, get a life, dude.
Small, or that they didn't uphold the agreement they already signed, resulting in, so it looks like they already signed the agreement and they simply didn't uphold it, and that's why he's pursuing a court date.
We want to read some of the general reception around this news. Dipster says, negotiating the terms of settlement is not dropping the lawsuit. You like to get the internet off your ass, and now you got caught. Scummy, manipulative behavior. I'm really glad we got Tipster's take on this. I know everyone was holding their breath to hear what her thoughts are, and we're still missing some information, but I see how this looks scummy to people on the internet who just think the lawsuit disappears when you ask your lawyer to drop the lawsuit. Now we have the A Street Reddit.
It does look scummy. It literally does look scummy. Like, I'm sorry, that's a great tweet from Hey, it's Tippy. Negotiating the terms of the settlement is not dropping the lawsuit. Exactly.
But I see how this looks scummy to people on the internet who just think the lawsuit disappears when you ask your lawyer to drop the lawsuit. Now we have the A Street Reddit replying to Ethan's story, speculating and discussing what Ethan's small condition could be, with the top comment suggesting it was Anissa who was the one who threw a wrench in backing out on any agreement.
Oh, this is totally Anissa's doing. It's so obvious Ian just wanted to be done with it before that. I highly doubt he personally would renege anything. She was definitely punching air when Ian apologized. It's Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, no. Yeah, she was angry that they were going to avoid a lawsuit, and then iDubbbz got to get something off his chest that was bothering him. Yeah, definitely angry and seething, right? These fucking people, man.
Agreements. And over on Leftovers, the comments are also speculating on what the disagreement could be. This user thinks Ian's apology was perceived as inadequate, or Ethan will be demanding the content cop be taken down as part of the apology. So it looks like everyone on both sides is looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, I think it's probably deleting the content cop, or wanting something of the sort, or non-disparagement.
Missing piece of information is. So let us know what you think it is in the comments. Also, another story was posted on Ethan's Instagram after Tony recorded this video. But essentially it's saying that Ethan has signed to an agreement to drop the lawsuit, and is saying that this agreement is over a matter not involving money or an additional apology. So maybe we'll see what this is in the coming days. Now back to Tony.
I will say I don't like this lawsuit. I never really so I know that Ethan can win this lawsuit. It's clear he can win the lawsuit. Now there seems to be a breach of contract. Whatever Anissa or Ian said might have breached the contract or something they did. I don't have access to the contract, so I couldn't tell you what it was. I just don't love defamation lawsuits. Recently, CoffeeZilla.
Crystal says the hate fic about Anissa is so gross. Yeah. The way people talk about Anissa and the shit that they've said for years is vile. It's so disgusting. It's so sexist. It's so misogynistic. As if she's this evil puppet master controlling everything iDubbbz does, as if he has no personal agency, no free will. what you called it is perfect. Hate fic.
And Logan Paul settled. It rarely ever goes to trial. It's just so hard to prove it. It's so hard to prove like what somebody's thinking. Malice, right? Even after I think a year or two, Logan Paul still couldn't prove the very basics of malice. I hope that we can live in a society where we don't have to double down all the time because we're afraid of being sued to oblivion. That we can just honestly say, you know what, my bad. I made a mistake. Here's my genuine apology. And then somebody else can accept it. We don't want to involve lawyers. We don't want to involve judges. We don't want to have lawyers charging hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know. I look at these defamation cases and I just see a waste of money. I see a waste of money 99% of the time. Anyway,
A waste of money, waste of time, and I'm sorry, it's to silence speech. You look at a waste of money. It's a horrible way to silence critics. It's a horrible way to use money and power to intimidate potential critics. The waste of money is the third or fourth worst fucking thing on this fucking list. It's silencing speech. It's silencing your critics, and it's putting the people that you're suing in a dire financial situation. Not the guy who's fucking suing. I don't give a shit if they're willing to waste their money on a frivolous lawsuit. That's their fucking problem. But you're putting so much financial stress on the defendants just because you can't take some fucking criticism because you're a little fucking bitch.
If you guys agree or disagree with me in the comment section. So on this particular issue at this particular time, given all the facts that have come out, I would wish that Ethan would just simply drop it. Whatever the breach of contract is, if it's a small thing, just drop it.
Thank you to our 1 month and older members. Floppy, Serotonin.
He can't fucking drop it, dude. Dude, the last 2 minutes of this video are him just thanking his patrons. Oh my God. Even the pro H3 lawyers like, yeah, maybe this isn't the best look. Maybe you should just drop the fucking lawsuit. At this point, it's too late. Like they've already fucking signed the negotiation thing, the settlement thing, and they've made a whole thing about it. So he's not just gonna drop it at this point. He wants to make them suffer. He wants to whatever he can do to make their life just a little bit harder, just to feel like he came out on top. Because now he feels like shit. He apologized, and then Charlie called me. Moist Critical called me. Lawsuit obsessed, and now iDubbbz thinks he's got a victory over me because I dropped the lawsuit, and now he looks good because he put out a good apology, but his content cop is still up. So he's just like ruminating and thinking and getting himself fucking angry while sitting in his little chair, you know what I mean, at home. That's the shit he's thinking about. Like how he doesn't feel like enough of a winner. And that's where Gila comes in like, oh, Ethan, iDubbbz and Anissa are going to come out of this looking pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, Anissa, she's out there. She's streaming again. iDubbbz is making content again. And what about you? He apologized. People are giving him some credit for it. They're telling him good apology. It's not enough. What can we get? You gotta hurt him somehow, Ethan. He's like, yeah, you're right, Gila. You're making a lot of sense, Gila. Kilo Tonics asked, Anissa shares Ethan's story, the second one, where he says, like, it's already signed, it's already done. Whatever the judge decides is kind of relevant. If the judge sides with us, they just have to complete the thing that we asked them to do, and it's done. And if the judge agrees with them, then it's done. So Anissa shares this and says, okay, even I'm confused by this one. What? And he says, I don't think he understands what's going on. I'm actually kind of shocked by this. Kilo Tonics, whose video we watched on the channel, friend of the show, he made a very good sort of takedown video about Ethan, says, do you know what the thing is that he's referring to at all? Did you guys sign something related to the discontinuance? Anissa says, you sign off when a case is being dropped when both parties are satisfied. It's not referring to an NDA. He's basically admitted it at this point, and it's technically public record, so I can say, yes, he was/is looking for more than just Ian's public apology. So that is the most important thing that we need to know. So you sign off. All the stuff about signing, it still gets me confused. Like, you sign off when a case is being dropped when both parties are satisfied, but I don't understand what is leading up to that. But it's not referring to an NDA. He's basically admitted that at this point, and it's technically public record, so I can say, yes, he was/is looking for more than just Ian's public apology. So all we can do, I guess, is speculate, what did Ethan ask for at this point, right? What did he want more than this apology? I think everyone's thinking it's a non-disparagement agreement, which could make sense. I'm kind of leaning towards, because Ethan is on camera saying he doesn't want them to sign a non-disparagement, even though his settler lawyer, Ron Barnasim, was dying for one. Let's look at Ron Barnasim real quick. Nissim, I always write his last name wrong. I write it Nassim, it's Nissim. This guy, look at this guy, friendly settler. This guy looks like he's gonna take your home away from you. You have land, I take it. That's some good looking land. You have a good view. Can I have it? I will have it. Again, this is the clip of Ethan explaining it yesterday. And this is the whole, I mean, we're not going to watch it here, but like, this is kind of where Ethan was like, we're dropping it. Here's the full clip uninterrupted.
That's it. I mean, that's pretty much it with the iDubbbz stuff. So, you know, and GG, my attorney wanted to include like a non-disparagement and stuff, and I told them no non-disparagement. They can say anything they want about me. We can talk about each other. It's not about silencing him at all. Obviously, don't talk about.
But if you're trying to make him delete the content cop, isn't that some form of silencing? Aren't you okay, it's his previous work, but like, aren't you silencing him by being like, you need to drop the content cop? What the fuck is that? By the way, I think I understand the situation now, so we're not going to use any of the other research that I did.
Oh, my kid, don't say that thing. Don't say that again, right? We've kind of been saying for him to double down on it after I dropped it. But yeah, I made a point. I'm dropping it. He can continue to say whatever he wants about me, and I him.
I think they want them to delete the content cop. I think that's what, if you're saying he doesn't want him to post another apology, maybe it's posting some kind of like a retraction, like he wants him to drop a video that's not an apology, but say like, hey, we deleted the content cop, and like the content cop isn't accurate. Like it doesn't represent what I believe, or it was inaccurate, and I shouldn't have done it. But he says he doesn't want another apology. So I think it's either releasing a follow-up to the content cop, or I think most likely is deleting the content cop and content deputy about him. So deleting those two videos. Second, most likely, I think, is a non-disparagement agreement. Third option could be he wants iDubbbz to post some kind of an update, not an apology, but like kind of like a retraction. Like, I retract those videos, like not just deleting them, not just because you could delete them and no one will notice, you know. He wants him to delete them and then publicly acknowledge that he deleted them and make some kind of a statement like, hey, I have deleted those videos. I no longer stand by what I said in those videos. I think those videos are inaccurate, blah, 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 blah. I think that's what Ethan would want. I think that's what it is. Option number one, delete the content cop and content deputy. Option number two, non-disparagement agreement, or it could be both of those things. But Ethan is on video saying he doesn't want a non-disparagement. And Ethan, in his mind, he's content brain. He's like, in his mind, it's in his benefit to have iDubbbz talk shit about him, because then he has shit to respond to, right? Ethan would love for iDubbbz to be like, fuck Ethan Klein. He can make a whole episode about it. That's what he wants, right? Because they're not getting views any other way. So I don't think he would do that. I think it's deleting the two videos, maybe non-disparagement agreement, an option, or both, options A, 1 and 2 together, or the third one would be deleting the videos and releasing an original video retracting his statements from the content cop and content deputy. I think that's what it is.
So I
The Snowman 414 says money corrupts and Dan wants the paper, not integrity. We back. Sorry guys. So in conclusion, Ethan asks iDubbbz to make a sincere apology and he'll drop the lawsuit. iDubbbz makes an incredibly sincere apology. Ethan refuses to drop the law. Ethan says, great, I'm going to drop the lawsuit. 1 month later, we find out that not only has the lawsuit not been dropped, but Ethan made another demand. So Ethan, you're a slimy liar. You can go fuck yourself. No one watches your shitty podcast anymore. And yeah. Folks, it's been 3 hours and 43 minutes. Went much longer than expected. Just wanted to give a special thank you to everybody who tuned in today. There was a couple of topics that I wanted to talk about. The Morocco, the invasion of Spain by Moroccans. Didn't have time to get to that. There was a whole segment about IDF soldiers taking selfies with Palestinian prisoners. Didn't have time to do that. I might not even have time to do the second stream for today. I wanted to react to the AI industry destroying the gaming industry. I'm going to try to do that stream on the second channel, but no promises. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. Thank you to everybody who tuned in today. And thank you to everybody who donated your time, but also super chats and gifted memberships. Let me thank. Am I muted? Hello, hello. Try to refresh. Just wanted to thank Mustafa Jav. Can everybody not hear me? Okay, no, it's working. Yeah, just got to refresh if it's muted. I just wanted to thank everybody who donated today, including Mustafa Jav, Bubba Trunk, who became a member and who threw us a massive $100 dono. Bubba Trunk, thank you so fucking much. From all the way from Dubai. Yatik Lafia, thank you so much. Chris made multiple little donos. Thank you so much, Chris. We much appreciate it. Chris, I got to give you your gripper. We got Mujika, who became a member. Megger Maggie, who's been a member for 9 months, sent in a super message. We got Marina Nimbus with a dono. A-Tours with a dono. Another Chris dono. Sunflower Dragon with multiple donos. And Emma Mimosa. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this. We got more streams coming. There's a lot of content coming this week from streams on the main channel. A lot of streams on Tino's Playroom. I got to catch up on Dark Souls. That is happening. I'm going to start putting together my clone army. I've already made I dropped a whole video explaining what I bought, everything that I bought for my mock. Now that video's out of the way, I can go fucking crazy with the mock and start building that shit. So no time to waste anymore. It's going to be so fucking fun. Again, here's Tino's Playroom. This is where you're going to be seeing a lot of me throughout the next few weeks, whether I'm building the mock, finishing Dark Souls, or talking about how AI is destroying the gaming industry. So make sure to subscribe there for way more, do not worry, just with a little more nerdy flavor. Guys, thank you so much. I'm going to add the time codes to this video, and then you guys will be able to enjoy it like that. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. We very much appreciate you. I've missed you guys. I'm going to be so much more consistent this week. I'm fully back, you know. Just took the weekend off. Now we're rock and rolling. Got to get a haircut as well. Hopefully this heat wave goes away. My back is like all sweaty. It's fucking crazy. Love you guys so much. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day. I will hopefully see you in about an hour. If not, I'll move that stream to tomorrow and we'll have fun. Okay? See you there. Marina, yes, your Haley gift is with me. I gotta find. Maybe I can give it to Demi. She can have it at the shop. And since you're close by, you can swing by Demi's shop and you can grab your Haley gift. Absolutely, Marina. Thank you for reminding me. Everybody, we love you. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, do not worry.